other thing that's very alarming is that I need that money. I need that money.
Real talk.
That was my depression. Pulling me out my depression. That was my depression. My depression.
Most hated man. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving, and I have to play games for a living. And I have to play games for a living. They're trying to claim I'm a pedophile now. Blame me for pain. Blame me for pain. I'm no longer playing any kind of computer game. I shake the earth when I move. I shake the earth when I move. I don't want to improve. I don't want to improve my stream. I shake the earth when I move. I shake the earth when I move. I don't want to improve. I don't want to improve.
That was my depression. Pulling me out my depression. That was my depression. My depression.
I'm a big dude. I don't know if I'm quite good enough. If I'm quite good enough. When you're 450 pounds, you have trouble wiping your ass, man. 500-pound man that has nothing to live for. I've been sitting four hookers. Everybody sucks on a dick. I don't want my ass licked. I really want more hookers. I shake the earth when I move. I shake the earth when I move. I don't want to improve. I don't want to improve my stream. I shake the earth when I move. I shake the earth when I move. I don't want to improve. I don't want to improve.
That was my depression. Pulling me out my depression. That was my depression. My depression.
The Liquid Richard albums that come out just recently, they take lyrics or words that I've said throughout a stream and they edit them together to make a whole complete new sentence. That's how he makes his fucking albums. He steals a beat, puts them together into an ensemble.
He just steals content, makes money off of it.
That's how he makes his fucking albums. He steals a beat, puts them together into an ensemble.
Fuck that nigga.
Here's the thing. I became infamous on the internet in 2016 for accidentally beating off on camera. Now, luckily, nothing was shown. There was absolutely nothing exposed to the internet. It was just me doing my own things. I went viral for it. I just want the bust. Oh, man. Bust. Give me the monster. Bust. Wow, it's big. Bust. Oh my God, look how big he is. Oh my God. Wow. That thing is a monster. I just want the bust. Oh man. Bust. Give me the monster. Wow, it's big. Bust. I just want the wow. Give me the monster. I just want the
vibrant and robust.
wow. I just want the bust. I just want the Give me the monster. I just want the... Wow, it's big.
Where did the load go?
I just want the bust. Oh, man. Bust. Give me the monster. Bust. Wow, it's big. Bust. I just want the bust.
Hello, everybody.
I just want the
Audio.
I just want the bust.
Okay, there we go. Double audio is gone. Okay, hello, guys. Hello. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're here to bust. We're here to have fun. And to have fun, oh, sorry, big ups Meerkat Snortwave. So I've got a special show. Very special. It's the day off, guys. The day off. So today we're gonna be watching some old shit. I had to dig deep to find this one. Dag? Why am I saying dag? I dug pretty deep. I dag pretty deep to find this one. Yeah, it's the Hate Live podcast, June 14, 2018. So it's a hot button topic that we just need to discuss, okay? We just have to. So yeah, we've got the 3 parts loaded up. And I also figured why not throw on a special video just at the start. So hello. Let's get into it. I'll stop wasting your time. And let's go. Why not?
Hello, everyone. Phil here.
This is DSP's Disaster Dinner on Marathon. Karen mode on. Fat Cat ate Big Burrito. So big ups, Snort Hogan. Thank you.
And welcome to a special edition of Feasting with Phil. In this episode, we're almost doing DSP Tries It. So the difference is that I'm actually going to eat the whole thing because I'm really hungry. Today we're getting a product that you may be able to get depending on where you live. All right? It's something from a chain of restaurants out here that I never heard of until I moved to Washington State a decade ago. And then I started seeing these stores around me. I was like, oh, let me try it out. So I've had things from this chain of stores
I'm just
before.
warning you, we might not watch this full thing because I just don't care enough.
I've never had this particular
warning you
item
right
before
now.
because, ladies and gentlemen, this is a brand new item. This is something that they just, I guess, came up with. This is the Qdoba. Anyone know what Qdoba is? So it's a brand new bowl that they have there that has shrimp and stuff in it. Let me find the actual name of it.
Yeah, how much was this, dude? How much did you waste on this?
Let me see here.
Hello?
App doesn't want to work now, of course. Hold on.
Hello?
This is the Qdoba
You just ordered
Mexican street corn shrimp bowl. Okay? So this
Okay.
is a bowl that's going to have shrimp, Mexican street corn, beans, all kinds of like veggies, all in a rice bowl together. Okay? Now here's the thing. I don't know much about Qdoba because when I moved out here, I'd never heard of it. And everyone's like, oh, Chipotle. Qdoba has similar offerings to Chipotle from what I've seen.
Chipotle. I love Chipotle.
I don't know if they're rated better or worse. When I eat there, I usually get like a spicy chicken bowl. That's really good. So I've never really had much else, okay? So I'm going to try this. This is a Qdoba, what do they call it? I already forgot what it was called. Mexican street corn shrimp bowl. Okay? Let's see.
Okay, Valorant, thank you. Okay. Is this where he shakes his hand? I feel like I saw something like this. Where did I see this?
Here's what you immediately see in the bowl. I see guacamole.
Okay,
on the
Snort
bottom
Hogan,
here.
what is...
I see this tiniest of shrimp I've ever
Maybe the
seen.
green
Are you
screen
kidding
wasn't
me?
the
You
best
gotta
idea.
see this. I can't believe they have shrimp this small. There's got to be a crime for selling shrimp this small because these are baby. Are you look at the size of this shrimp?
What?
That's that's smaller than a quarter. That's smaller than that's like a dime.
Thank you, Lackey.
That's the size of an American dime.
That's not the
Right
size of a dime.
Like that's insane.
It's pretty big if you ask me.
Look how tiny.
Look how big that is.
It's so small. All right.
Get it? It's like
So
a
I guess
sex
that's what the
funny
shrimp
joke.
in here. So what am I seeing? I see an insane amount of this pickled onion. I don't know why there's that much. That's like
I'm
an
already
insane amount of
bored.
pickled
Shut
onion,
up.
like Fontina cheese or something like that. That is like a lot of guacamole they put on top there. So
Shrinkage.
the corn is in here somewhere. I can't really see it, honestly. I'm assuming. Okay, I see like a piece over there. What sucks is it looks like they just kind of like piled everything on top of itself.
All right.
So you can't really get to anything.
Oh my god.
Like, if I want to get to anything, I have to get past all these onions.
All right, do you want them to
to
blend
get
the
to
food
something
for you
else.
and shove it in your mouth
Like,
too?
okay,
Like, come
here's
on.
some corn, because I want to just
Get the
taste
hell
the
outta here.
corn, because this is supposed to be, this Mexican street corn is supposed to be like the new thing they have at Qdoba.
Is it authentic?
Okay?
Is it
So,
from Mexico?
I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to try it and see how this is.
So annoying. I don't even want to watch this anymore.
It's sweet and tangy.
Sweet.
Oh, now
and
it's a tiny bit
tangy.
of bite after the fact.
Wait, what? Sweet and
So it's
tangy?
sweet. But also tangy, but then a little bit of spice on the top of my mouth. Okay? Maybe because this is supposed to have a cilantro lime sauce. I don't know what's so burny about it then. Yeah, I'm going to try a few different things. I'm just going to try a piece of the pickled onion.
Okay. Guys, I gotta be honest, I'm contemplating
Super
skipping
tangy.
this.
Like, oh,
Okay, your mom's tangy, bro. Shut up. Let's go.
your
What's
shrimp
next?
is supposed to be. At all. People are asking how much it was. See, here's the problem with that. Since I order via delivery apps, I don't know what the real price is at the store. I want to say this was around $15. I'm not
Okay.
shitting you. I think this was around $15, but that's probably with an inflation of the app. It probably at the store cost like maybe 12, you would think.
That's so annoying. Like, people ask you how much it was. Obviously, they're asking how much you paid for it.
You know?
They're not asking, like, what's the official
I-
price at the store?
And that's it. I'm done. I'm not eating any more of that. So that's it. That's what I'm eating for today. That's my dinner. Thanks, Qdoba. You guys are great. Here, would you like dessert?
Oh, he hated it.
You like some dessert? Would you like some? You want some Qdoba guacamole?
What the fuck
Would you
is
like some
happening?
guacamole?
Huh? What?
Huh?
What's happening? This is where he
Oh
shakes.
my god.
That's the part where he shakes, but you
God.
can't see it. Let's see where he mentions cat. Let's see. No? Okay. It's
Not
here.
happy. At all.
Maybe it's
I'm very
cat,
disappointed.
Like cat.
And now I'm going to be starving. Because
No?
that's just all I ate,
Okay.
you know? And now I got to stream. I don't have time for another meal. I can make a sandwich or something. I don't have
Yeah,
time.
like
I
a
can stream.
burrito, is that it?
This is what happens. The life of a streamer. This is what happens when you eat this shit.
The life
Right?
of a
I also
streamer.
hope I don't die on stream because I just ate some of that. The thing is, I ate 2 tiny
What?
shrimp.
All right, here we go. Here it is. Here's the wife food.
Now, here's the weird thing. My wife ordered a burrito. Her burrito came twice as big as the usual burrito. We don't know why, because we ordered from Qdoba before. This burrito was like double size.
She
And we're staring at it
supersized
like,
that
why
shit.
is it so big? They never make a burrito that big. And she said she ate it and it was good.
They brought it back because the guy died.
I was like,
Sorry, is that
wow.
mean? I don't know. I don't
I'm
care.
really disappointed. And I like I said, I'm going to be starving now. Because this is terrible. I'm
He ate
so
the
upset.
whole thing. Like, why would you tell us that? What are we supposed to feel? I don't get it. Am I supposed to feel something? Am I supposed to care? This lady who's not a part of your content, I'm supposed to care about what she's ordering?
Wow.
Wow. Bring her on stream then. Bring her on camera. Tell her to eat that shit in front of the camera. If you're going to tell me what she ordered, I don't give a fuck. Put her on the camera if you want me
You're
to
wondering
care.
why I'm eating it because this is my dinner.
Oh, if you're wondering why I'm eating it, like, what? Why? First of all, why would I be wondering why you're eating it? This is the eating segment, you bitch.
I need to eat something. I have a marathon to finish.
You put the camera full screen and you're eating it. Ah, if you're wondering why I'm eating it, what do you mean? What am I? Like, why would I be wondering?
And this is what I'm eating.
Okay, you got
This
your
is
attention,
awful.
Brittany. All right, I'll give you your attention. Poor you.
But
Oh
look,
my God, you're just
I
eating
ate all
this.
the beans and corn.
I'm only eating the food that I ordered. Oh my God, I'm gonna starve.
And rice, and I left all the shrimp over here.
Come on, Brittany.
Let me see if I can get some more beans and corn from
Shut
under
up.
the shrimp.
Okay, what's at the end? Let's see. Let's see him rage.
I would not want anyone to eat this.
Okay, cool.
You know,
All right, Brittany.
really. All right. Well,
all right, we're done here. Let's get to the point of the stream. The depression stream. This is actually pretty long. I love the title for the first one. Intro/life and business update. Good and bad news. He needs to just let you know in the title. Then we got E3 recap, Nintendo best/worst of the show. And then the depression segment. I liked this video. Wait, why did I like this video? I think I did that so I remember where it was. That's okay. He can have my like. Anyways, let's go. Let's go. This shit's long. I hope you like this intro too. It's very funny. Cool? Funny? Chill? I don't know, one of those. One of the buzzwords that he uses. It's one of those. Burnell? What?
Burnell?
Video's playing. Yeah, we're 15 seconds in. What is happening? Hello?
Hello?
There we go.
Target acquired. Destroy.
Destroy.
all right. What is going on, ladies?
What are
and
we
gentlemen,
destroying?
Dogs, cats, other pets, aliens, creatures of the night. Welcome.
So this is only from 2018, in case you're just joining. This is not even that long ago. I'm kind of surprised he was still doing Hate Live in 2018.
first Hate Live podcast in a
pretty crazy.
bajillion years. I mean, I can't
love
even
this
remember.
layout, too.
I literally cannot remember the last time I did a podcast for you guys and gals here on the internet. Welcome to those who are watching live on Twitch. Also, welcome to those who are watching this on demand on my YouTube channel, The King of Hate Vlogs. Thank you for being here. And this should be a good one. The way it works is I used to do podcasts all the time. I was alternating between doing a podcast
now he does
and
it all
then,
the time.
my Ask the King Q&A show, roughly every other month, right? And this was a good formula that I had. But this was also a formula that I was doing back before kind of a lot of things changed. And what I mean by that is...
what do I mean by that?
last year, all the ad revenue fell out from under YouTube. And really being
Oh
someone
my
who was
God.
just doing videos for YouTube.
Dude, the adpocalypse. He would talk about that shit every day.
Didn't really
Oh
pan
my
out very well
God.
anymore. I had to change
That
my
just
style.
like
to become
awoke
more of
a
live
bad
streamer. When
memory
I
in
did
my
that,
head.
basically, I had to formulate streams that were going to bring people and entertain people on a daily basis. And
Hey,
in
Ramon.
general, gaming is what
Hey,
does
Jeanette.
that. So this year in particular, 2018, even though I did do my Q&A show Ask the King every other month, I really didn't do any podcasts at all. Because I was just so busy with the new games or filling, in with other gameplay streams and the like. Plus, the other thing is, every day I do a pre-stream. And really the pre-stream.
Also, I just noticed what he said. I couldn't do X because I was too busy playing games. He still does that today, too. That's always been his excuse. That's always been the excuse for everything.
Which can last
I'm
anywhere
sorry, Panda. I can't go out to dinner today. I'm just too many games.
from as short
I
as
can't
20
play
minutes to as
games.
long as
I
over
can't go to your brother's wedding.
an hour, depending on the day and what's
There's
there is
too
to
many
talk about.
games.
Ends up kind of being the daily vlog, the day I talk to people on the pre-stream, because I'm a more interactive streamer now. I sit here and I talk to you
Hey,
guys.
TJ, what's up?
On the stream, and we answer your questions. It's like a podcast every morning when I'm starting up my stream. So essentially,
Let's
there
go.
really hasn't been a need for a podcast
The
like this in
podcast.
quite a long time. That being said,
Shout outs?
this podcast is very pertinent today because number one, I have
That's a very clean one, too. If they ever want to clip this, tell ALT it's in June Hate Live.
that being said,
There you go. There's a clip if you need one.
this podcast is very pertinent today because number one, I have not given you guys like a cumulative update on everything going on with me in quite some time. And I definitely want to do that. Okay. Number two, E3 is just ending today. Today's the final day of E3 2018. And I already covered all the press conferences. But what I want to do today is summarize all of that information about E3 in case you just want one digestible video or one digestible portion of a podcast rather than watching 6, recap videos and all of that. I'm going to try to tell you the best and worst of E3 2018, in my opinion, what I really liked, all topics that I'll talk about, and what I disliked and why. And now that E3 is coming to a close, we have a much better idea of the gaming landscape for the rest of 2018 and for early 2019. And what I want to do is run through all of the game releases that we now have solid release dates for. Keep in mind, there's many games we still don't have solid release dates for that I'm looking forward to.
My biggest pet peeve with this dude, I'm so tempted to skip forward. I might. My biggest pet peeve probably is when he talks about things that he is about to do. I feel like 90% of his stream is telling you things that he is going to do or is currently doing. It's very annoying.
But that being said,
that being said,
it's a good idea to at least go through the things that we definitively have dates for, and so you guys can know what to expect.
Shut up, dude. Oh my god. I swear to God.
In general, I just have 3 to 4 hours to do a show. No lie, with the amount of topics that I have in this podcast, I'm almost thinking,
like, bro, we're 5.5 minutes in. We could have just started by now. You could have just started and already been 5 minutes into the conversation. Why are you telling me what you're going to be doing?
Okay.
Just do it.
In general, I just have 3 to 4 hours to do a show. No lie, with the amount of topics that I have in this podcast, I'm almost thinking this may be my longest podcast I've ever done for the internet. I think the record I hold right now is around 3 hours and 30 minutes, but with the amount of topics to cover and the amount of detail I want to go into about a lot of the things that we're going to talk about on the show today, I'm honestly not sure how long the show is going to run. I guess we're going to play it by ear, okay? Now, if you're watching on stream, the way that I'm going to approach this show is I'm going to have it in segments. The first segment is this introduction right now, and it's going to be this.
Please stop. Okay, dude, I did not. Okay, I should have pre-screened this video, I guess.
Honestly, my mom ingrained that in my head because.
What? My mom? My wife? Hello?
And the other roommate doesn't. And so one person ends up taking up all the slack and doing all the work.
Oh, fuck. No, wait. This is Gold Dust. Oh, fuck. I know what he's saying.
Life with rather than being alone.
Holy fuck, dude. Hold on.
Having a schedule that made sense. Businesses out here, right, weren't in line with my schedule. And now living with someone, a significant other, who's going to have a normal kind of 9-to-5 schedule, I needed to change my life so that my life was in line with hers, so we would have time to spend together. In general, things have been going great. All right, some vast improvements have happened to my life since Kat became a part of it. Number one, just having her around to share my life with rather than being alone is a great asset. Having someone who you love and loves you back.
This is weird.
Being a part of it. Number one, just having her around to share my life with rather than being alone.
He's like sharing her stats. That's like a perk that she has in the RPG. Perk companionship bonus
is a great asset.
Like plus 3 XP with companion.
Having someone who you love and loves you back.
Like, bro, who talks about their fucking partner like this?
Same manner. Someone who you feel like really understands you and you understand them, even though you're not the same person and you have differences, right? The fact that we get along really well, and we have a lot of like minds in certain ways. For example, we both want this house to be something that we upkeep. And
yeah, she's a great asset.
We keep it clean and we keep
like she's a fucking item.
Nice, and we both care about the house.
Wait, listen to this. This is important.
And we have a lot of like minds in certain ways. For example, we both want this house to be something that we upkeep and we keep it clean and we keep it nice, and we both care about the house, right? It's not like the best way I could describe it is like sometimes you have a roommate who doesn't understand adult responsibility. And what I mean by that is like maybe one roommate really wants to keep everything clean and wants to have a set schedule, and the other roommate doesn't. And so a person ends up taking up all the slack and doing all the work. It's very much the opposite with Kat and I. Like, we sat down and we said, we want this to be a nice household, a clean house. Let's set it up so that we do this cleaning. I'll do this responsibility, you do that responsibility, right? And she is very much like...
Oh, the thumb. The classic thumb. I think he still does this, but I feel like he doesn't do it as often and as pronounced.
Responsibility, you do that responsibility.
Cat is a thumb.
Right? And she...
Thumb emote. Thumb emoji.
Is very much like me in the regard that if she sees stuff that's dirty or whatever, she'll get annoyed and want to clean it right away. I'm the same way. If I see a mess or if I see dirt on the floor, you know what I mean? Like, I want to get clean. I don't want to just leave that.
Get the fuck out of here.
Stuff that's dirty or whatever. Right? And she is very much like me in the regard that if she sees stuff that's dirty or whatever, she'll get annoyed and want to clean it right away. I'm the same way. If I see a mess or if I see dirt on the floor, you know what I mean? Like, I want to get clean. I don't want to just leave that and get to it when I get to it. I'm like, damn, I just got to drop everything, clean that shit. I don't know. It's probably my mom, honestly. My mom ingrained that in my head.
Man, your mom fucking ingrained a lot of shit in your brain, bro. Does that explain? What the fuck is this, dude? Let me see. Where are you? Where is this? What is this? What the fuck is this? Hello? What? What the? Bernal, it's so dusty.
Welcome.
You did not even dust this for the stream. Like, think about this if you were doing it. You, yes, you at home right now. Would you not even pretend to clean this up if you know you're going to put it on camera? Like, just wipe the dust off at least. That's not even considering the cables. But like, bro, the dust.
Oh, how you doing? This is my setup video.
When he sees a mess, he just needs to clean it.
Nintendo Switch. What I'm going to attempt to do is make room for.
He's got his garbage in the corner.
Here. I don't know where I'm going to put it because as you can see, this is my entertainment center, and I don't really have like space to have a
look at him sway
thing in. Maybe what I'll have to do is down here move my Xbox One and put it up a shelf possibly.
Here he's doing it again. He's doing it again. Explaining what he's going to do instead of just doing it. You want to know why this video is 25 minutes? Because of things like shit like that. Precisely that.
Is down here move my Xbox One and put it up a shelf possibly to replace it where the Wii U was. And then maybe I'll put it on the bottom so I could put it up into it.
Like, dude, just do it. Shut the fuck up and just do it, okay? Clean the mess, dude. I thought you wanted to do that. You fucking lying piece of shit.
And she is very much like me in the regard that if she sees stuff that's dirty or whatever, she'll get annoyed and want to clean it right away. I'm the same way. If I see a mess or if I see dirt on the floor, you know what I mean? Like, I want to get clean. I don't want to just leave that and get to it when I get to it. I'm like, damn, I just got to drop everything and clean that shit. I don't know. It's probably my mom, honestly. My mom ingrained that in my head because my mom is exactly the same way.
All right, dude.
So it's kind of the same deal. And that's a good thing.
You blame your
that's
mom
a very
for
good
everything
thing
you do?
because I really do feel like we share responsibilities equally. Cooking, half the time I cook, half the time she cooks.
You want to know what his cooking is? Cooking? By cooking, he means warming up sausages. And warming up turkey burgers. Like, that's it. Oh, I'm sorry. And the one time he made a pizza, and he got roasted for it, so he never posted another pizza ever again.
Okay? So, perfect example, a couple times this week I cooked. You know, if we're going to do something quick and easy, I'll make us turkey burgers, or I'll make us, hot dogs.
Yeah, DoorDash, too. Well, I'm thinking in terms of 2018. This was pre-DoorDash, to be fair. This was pre that. He was still pretending to be like a functional human being. A functional adult. And she was making exotic Cajun-style chicken and Mexican stuff and Indian curry and shit. Yo, they were like so exotic, dude. They were crazy. They were wilding out.
Those are sausages. Stir fry. I could do a good Asian stir fry. I could do a good chicken fajitas. That's the kind of stuff that I can
shit
cook.
That's not cooking. Cooking, by the way.
She is much better at cooking.
She with the thumb. Let's go. Shout outs to the thumb.
Chicken fajitas. That's the kind of stuff that I can cook. But she is much better at cooking like baked meals. She could bake us a pork loin or bake us some slow roast chicken, stuff like that. She's made some amazing dishes since she moved in here. Like, I couldn't even believe it. Like, about a month ago, she made curry. I've never had curry in my life. Homemade curry. She made curry. It was amazing. Mouth-watering, like pork pieces in with potatoes and rice and other stuff. It was like a...
Okay, so we bring up the wife, or I'm sorry, the girlfriend at this time, and he mentions her as a great asset because she's a person in his party that is around him. Second great asset is her food. That's the second thing. Oh, I'm sorry. Second thing was cleaning. The second great thing about having a girlfriend living with him is cleaning. And then the third thing is food. Are you keeping track at home? Because those are the thing he values. Those are the things he thinks of. Having a girlfriend, his soulmate in his house. Which is pretty funny.
Amazing. Like, this is crazy. Like, opened a whole new world of cuisine and stuff since she moved in, which is really awesome.
Slave trade.
So that's the thing. But sharing the responsibility.
Will this stream help or hinder your depression? It'll probably hinder it. I apologize in advance. Okay?
I know a lot of people always ask me, Phil, how do you make a relationship work? Share the responsibility. Don't put all of something on one person. Be willing to help. Be willing to break up the responsibility so that way it's not, oh, that one thing didn't get done. Shame on you for not doing that. You know, no, it should be, okay, well, if you can't do it, then I'll do it. I'll pick up the slack.
They were still in the honeymoon phase. This motherfucker lied when he said he never took her on a honeymoon. This was it. This was it. This was the honeymoon phase. They could do no wrong. They loved being near each other, around each other, and cooking for each other.
Be willing to break up the responsibility.
Like, this seems like a conversation that they had together, and she told him this or something.
responsibility. So that
It's so weird.
way it's not, oh, that one thing didn't get done. Shame on you for not doing that. You know, no, it should
Or like he pulled her aside and said that to her because Panda would yell at him when he didn't do something.
be okay. Well,
So he was telling her, you know, you really shouldn't like yell at each other when we forget to do something because, you know, we're human.
if you can't do it, then I'll do it. I'll pick up the slack. Going hand in hand, helping each other out. That's how stuff works. And so this year in particular, like, not to say that you're going to be able to see it, I lost weight. Okay.
Oh my god.
Last year,
Is this the first I lost weight ever that he's done since like Cat moved in?
say that you're going to be able to see it.
I lost weight, look, pulls shirt, shows side. What the fuck?
I lost weight. Okay. Last year, my stomach was out to about here. Look.
We get hand grafts for weight.
You see? Like, I lost weight. I lost at least 10 pounds
The
since she's
hand
moved in.
grafts.
Because I'm not eating shitty food anymore. I'm not eating shitty TV dinners. And I'm not going out and eating fast food anymore.
Hey, King
I actually
Beach
lost a bunch of weight because she's
Alright.
been making us healthier meals, which is great.
That changed.
10 bands in your life.
Hey,
shit.
Parallelogram Yosef, dude. Welcome back. What's up, dude?
I watched a lot of court TV and one went viral of a guy driving while in a court hearing about his suspended license. The best part is when the judge asked if he is going to be stationary. They both black.
What? That's like an insider reference to something random, dude. I'm glad that made you laugh. Thank you so much for the 10, man. That's really nice of you.
Pretty cool,
But,
right?
It's pretty random inside reference, though, I gotta say.
And, like I said, mentally,
Inside
I'm much
joke.
better off. Like, last year, real talk, you guys know how bad last year was for me. I've told you guys multiple times, I think it was one of the worst, if not the worst year of my life. This year's been so different. Having her around has been such a positive experience. She's incredibly supportive. She supports everything I do. Like, work, I could talk to her about my work.
That's not
and
a good thing.
She cares and wants to hear about it and wants to know
That's
about
not a
what's, you know,
good
what's
thing,
going
bro.
on.
She was feeding your delusions.
And that's awesome to have support.
Like, what else is she gonna do? Like, in context, this relationship, right? She was cheating on her other partner, whoever the fuck he was, Subaru man. Restraining order and everything, I believe. And you move her for free across the country to come live with you. And she's there cleaning your messes and cooking your food and being a great asset, as you call her. What is she supposed to say? You think she would have told you, like, wow, Phil, that sounds pretty stupid? Like, no, of course not. You moved her across the country for free. I don't know, dude. It's kind of weird. Like, you had all the power in the relationship.
And vice versa. When she
And you still do.
comes home from
And we saw how that turned out, especially now. We saw how it turned out.
work, if she needs to bitch, I let her and she
You like that? How he talks about that? Look at this. When he talks about himself, just listen to the wording. And then when he talks about her.
really supportive. She supports everything I do. Like, work, I could talk to her about my work, and she cares and wants to hear about it and wants to know about what's going on. And that's awesome to have a supportive personality. And vice versa. When she comes home from work, if she needs to bitch,
If she needs to bitch. I can talk about my work. Yeah, and that bitch when she needs to bitch. Hey, little calcium, what's up, dude?
I let her and she vents, and it's great. That is how a good, meaningful relationship works.
Yeah,
is
dude,
when
good,
the
meaningful.
two people can vent, but realize when you vent not to
When
blame
that
the other
bitch
person,
bitches at
you're
you.
just getting that the pent up frustration out, and once it's out, you feel so much better. Sadly, there are some people who take it out on the other person if they had a pissy day at work. There's a difference between venting and taking
And
it out.
this is so stupid. Like, who? Because who is he talking about? Why would you do this? Why would you actually ever do this? Because we know who he's talking about, but he's pretending like he's talking about generic NPC number one. Like, dude, we know who you dated last. Why would you do this?
Take it out on the other person if they.
And like, if Panda ever came back and mentioned like, man, this guy shit talked me, so I'm gonna expose him, he would play the victim. He would play the victim after doing shit like this and passively aggressively shit talking his ex.
Out, and once it's out, you feel so much better.
Like, this is the second time now that he's about to do this. Sorry, I'll let it play.
Sadly, there are some people who take it out on the other person if they had a pissy day at work. There's a difference between venting and taking it out on that person, right? So it's been great. I mean, really, real talk has been great. If anything, the one thing that I don't like, we don't get to spend as much time together as I wish we could. So I'll give you an example of a typical rundown
Oh, nice.
of our day. All right.
I
First
didn't
of all,
know this was in here.
by the time I wake up, she's out the door. So I'm usually waking up between 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, 8, 9 a.m.
Yeah, at 8,
she's gone.
9
She's
a.m.
already
Get
on
the
her way to
fuck
where
outta
we're at
here.
work. Okay.
8, 9
I
a.m.
get up. I have like a breakfast some days. Some days I don't. I work on getting my stream up and running. I stream. while I'm streaming, typically, by the time I'm finishing my first stream, she's arriving back home. Sometimes she gets home a little bit earlier, sometimes she gets home a little bit later, depending on the workload. And then we just, it's dinner time, right? So I'm streaming roughly from 10 a.m. to like 4 p.m.
It's
dinner
feeding time.
So one of us makes dinner. We have a nice dinner together.
I like how he says one of us.
We clean up, and then typically we have maybe a half an hour to an hour to spend together.
Yeah, no breakfast, Tiju. This was during the time where he says, like, he didn't really eat breakfast.
It depends.
He doesn't snack. He didn't really, like, eat a big breakfast or anything, so he doesn't count it.
Because some days I have to shower or something, and I have to get out of the way before the next stream. So it depends. But we usually get a little bit of time together then to spend. Then I do my second gameplay stream of the day, which usually typically runs from around 6:15 to say 9 p.m. I usually get out of the office by
some. I just heard that. Some days I have to shower, like once every week.
like 9:30. But now she has to get to bed because she has work in the morning. So I get to see her another maybe half an hour to hour. So in a day, two people who live together, I see her for like 2 hours tops in a best scenario day, which sucks. That's shitty, You think, man, she moved in with Phil. They must spend all this time together. We barely get any time. We're both working adults, and we have, these careers we're working on. And we have a lot of time that we put into working adults, and we have, these careers we're working on. And we have a lot.
He hesitated too. He wasn't gonna say careers, and then he said careers.
We barely get any time. We're both working adults, and we have, these careers we're working on. And we have a lot of time that we put into them.
What a great career she had, working at the mall, I guess. How did that go? I think she doesn't have that job anymore.
So because of that, you get frustrated sometimes. I don't get to see her as much as I want. She doesn't get to see me as much as she wants. But for us, all right, the great day is the day when we get to spend together once a week. Our day off that I take per se is amazing. We get up. Oh my
Speaking of day offs, guys, enjoy his day off today.
God,
That's why we're here.
actually woke up together. Can you believe it? We've woken up together today. Sometimes we either have a breakfast we make together, or we actually get to go out and have a breakfast together somewhere. And then we have a bunch of stuff typically we have to do, errands or the like that we have to run. But the thing is, we have fun doing it together because we're actually getting to do everything together. So we do everything. Our shopping, errands and chores.
I maybe get to see her, oh lord.
I find that very hard to believe too. Because she gets up at, he said 8 or 9, she already left. Meaning that she used to work pretty early, which means she would probably finish at 3 to 4 o'clock. So like you could probably, you're home all day, dude. You can spend a lot of time with her. And it's like, what, like you're surprised, like this is adult life, right? Like, how old are you here? You're like 37? Dude, like, this is just life. Why are you acting like a surprised child or something? It's really weird.
Things we need to pick up for around the house.
Also, this is good too, because the day off isn't this anymore. I want to like go back and find when it became both of them doing stuff into just him doing all of the errands and she stays home and plays Skyrim. Or Fall Gout or whatever. Because, yeah, none of this happens anymore.
But also grocery shopping and stuff like that. And then we try to have fun. Sometimes we go to the mall. We'll do window shopping. Do we have a lot of money to spend? No, we don't. But even just doing little things, like, for example,
buttermilk.
When I took my time off a month ago, we set up the backyard. We got a very inexpensive outdoor rug. That
Inexpensive?
We got a couple inexpensive bird feeders. We didn't go
Big
crazy.
ups to
$50, $70.
inexpensive.
We got one that was like $20. We got a couple inexpensive bird feeders. We didn't go crazy. $50, $70. We got one that was like $20. And we got some nice bird feeders. And we set it up with a string of like outdoor lights.
Yeah, by the way, this is fresh off of tax begging. Tax begging. Yeah, I didn't spend $50. I spent $20 on fucking bird feeders. After I begged for tax money. Alright, dude.
And see out there at night. And every morning now, we wake up and we have beautiful animals coming into our backyard, coming to get like birds. So we have beautiful birds, squirrels. There's actually a family of wild rabbits, the two parents, and a little baby bunny that come by and eat because we have like a mix of food. It's like peanuts and like corn and stuff. They come by and eat it every morning. It's amazing. I'm like, oh my God, I've lived here for 4 fucking years and I never took advantage of any of the shit that was around me because I had my head so in my work. Right? That I never, like an ostrich, I had my head in the ground in my work. I never popped my head out to look around and see how amazing it actually is out here. So that's what I mean, is just those little kind of things that we do on our day off makes things so much better. Sometimes, admittedly, sometimes we don't have a lot of fun and we end up doing more kind of like cleaning the house. But even then, being there together and doing it together and saying this is a time investment for our life together, right? It's meaningful. And that's a cool thing. So
hey,
just
Barrett
for
Wells,
me
dude, what's up? Shout outs to Barrett Wells. Special shout out. I actually never shouted you out. Dude, he did this awesome art piece. I don't know if you guys know, but I was in it. Barrett Wells on Twitter. I'm going to post his thing in the chat. If I can find it.
The biggest thing that's changed in my life this year has been Kat moving in with me.
What the
and
fuck?
It's been an amazing thing. Now, as you guys have seen, you haven't seen much of it at all. It's not really the opposite. You haven't seen much of any of the things that I've described. In the past, you know, if this were me 5, 6, 7 years ago, you would have seen all of that vlogged and documented, and it would have been videos all over the internet for money. We personally sat down when she moved in, and we said, how are we going to approach our life together? And this was a very serious discussion because, like I said previously,
what does that
previous
mean?
Relationships I've had, friendships I've had have all...
Look at this. Like, that's annoying. That's annoying. Who else are you talking about? You've had one girlfriend, and you've had one friend group. Like, that's it. What do you mean previous relationships and previous friendships? Dude, you've only had the one of each. Come on, who are you trying to fool?
Because, like I said previously, previous relationships I've had, friendships I've had have all been full documented for the internet. And I hate to say it, you know, at a time that was positive, and then it turned into toxicity and negativity. It really did. It got to the point where everything that I would put on the internet that was a personal subject and wasn't about gaming was micro-analyzed, was over-dramatized, and was turned into something gross and negative. And it would just lead to people trolling and insulting and flaming and spreading slander and spreading all kinds of defamatory shit about myself, you know, other people I was in relationships with, my friends, my family, all that shit. To the point where it just became so toxic I couldn't take it anymore, right?
Nice sip. Okay.
And the bottom line is, moving into a new relationship with Kat, I did not want our life together to be jeopardized for the sake of making extra money. I said, you know, putting vlogs out on the internet was nice at one point, but as I saw YouTube become increasingly more toxic and disgusting, I saw that actually it hurt more than helped. You know, there was one time when I would go on a trip or a vacation, and I would vlog everything, and I would put it on the internet, and the videos would get thousands of views. People would have all these positive comments. Thanks for sharing your personal time together with us, everyone. This is great. Then, 2-3 years later, I would do the same exact thing. Go on a trip and document it. Fuck you, Phil. You say that you need money, and you're on a trip. Go to hell. You're a piece of shit. You're ugly. You know, your significant other's ugly. Fuck this, fuck that. Nasty, disgusting, toxic shit. And that was the majority of the comments on the videos. I was like, then why am I bothering with this shit, right? Why would I bother putting out the vlogs if people are just going to be disgusting, right? And the same thing with
Barrett Wells, I'm working on a third panel right now, then it's done for a while. Dude, that's good. Can you send me your, like, Twitter thing so I can...
Instagram and all the like. You know, I used to...
DM me or something. I'm trying to find you.
Whenever I went to Instagram
Barrett.
photos and share them with little quips and comments and stuff on social media, I've barely used my Instagram in the past, like, 4 months at all. I kind of stopped using it because I found that was an avenue for people to be negative and toxic, okay? And I don't want that toxicity to seep into my relationship with Kat. You know, Kat is a person who very much did not have much of a public presence. Yes,
okay,
there was a very short period of time where she
Likely.
tried live streaming and doing stuff like that on YouTube, and then it all ended, and she never did it again.
There
and she
it
doesn't
is.
have an internet presence. She doesn't have social media that she uses.
Guys, real quick, follow this dude if you're on X, Twitter, whatever the fuck. I'll show you the cool art thing. This is it. Oh boy, it's like long. I can't even show it all. Here you go. Hold on. This is the best I could do. Where am I? There I am.
As a baller as possible.
It's my little deer dude. That's pretty cool. Look at how many people are on here. It's awesome. See if you can name them all. Follow him on Twitter. Very cool stuff. It's awesome. I love it. You got Kojima on there. And the fridge. I actually didn't see this new stuff. That's great. Okay. Thank you so much, dude. That's really cool. It's great.
Even though people found her old accounts that she hasn't used in over a year, you know.
Oh, wait, I want to hear that again.
Very short period of time where she tried live streaming and doing stuff like that on YouTube, and then it all ended, and she never did it again. And she doesn't have an internet presence. She doesn't have social media that she uses, even though people found her old accounts that she hasn't used in over a year. You know, she doesn't have that, and she...
This is good, too, because if you remember back then, if you were around, before she was, like, officially announced, he would say that she was undoxable. You couldn't find her, she had no presence, she had no YouTube, she had no social media. And then now the wording changed, where she has no social media that she uses. But dude, that's how you discovered her. You discovered her on there. She did use it. She only stopped using it when she moved in with you, when she became announced as your girlfriend. And that's probably because you told her to. And that must have been a weird conversation too. Yeah, honey, you can't use your Twitter anymore because, you know, the trolls. I don't know. That's so weird to me. Like how, like that's the thing when you have all the power in the relationship. And he was probably masking it as like, oh, this will be a good thing for you and me. Like, this is going to be a positive thing. Like, don't use your social media. But like, dude, that's like, that's a pretty weird relationship. Like, manipulation 101, control, whatever the fuck.
Doesn't want that because she knows if it happened, if she got a Twitter, if she started recording gameplay for the internet, which she liked, she would probably love to do Overwatch and stuff like that. Immediately, all it would be negativity and attacks.
See, like, this is what he told her. She probably wants to do Overwatch or whatever. Is that what she told you? Like, did she have that conversation with you and then you shut her down by doing this?
Overwatch and stuff like that. Immediately, all it would be negativity and attacks and disgusting shit against her, and she doesn't deserve it. She's not a person who has any...
Like, that's exactly what he told her. Just to shut her down and to make her not do anything and to, like, control her.
Public presence. She's never insulted a single person or said anything inflammatory, and a few pictures of her that we've put out on the internet.
What's up, Alien? Thanks for becoming a member again, dude.
Hey.
I'll get my alerts back up soon. But I was gonna say something. Fuck.
The few pictures of her that we've put out on the internet. The few. I mean, there's been like 5, I think.
5?
Every picture. It's insults about her looks.
Oh, right. I was gonna say, imagine if she did stream. Imagine if she did stream and she actually was entertained. Like, this was not... Obviously, this is not the case. This probably never would have happened. But imagine if she did and she was entertaining and people actually liked her. And the downside was she was married to this guy. But then, like, imagine her fans broke the pignosis. And then she moved on and did something better with her life. I don't know. It's like a different reality. What could have been? Who knows?
Still insult, disgusting...
She could have been like Kelly.
Vile, gross shit. And it's like, she doesn't...
Wings is Kelly.
Fucking deserve that. Just because she...
Look at her now, dude. She's looking better.
She's going out with me. She has to have this disgusting shit happen to her. It's nasty. And, you know, there was a time when a lot of people said, you know, the things that happened to Phil, he deserves. The past couple of years, there's been a flip. Public opinion, when an outsider sees me, they're like, why do people hate Phil so much? And they look at my stuff, they're like, I don't know, maybe in the past he did nasty stuff, but the past 2 years, Phil's been good. Yeah, he's not doing anything inflammatory or anything bad to the regard where he should be getting this kind of real negativity thrown towards him. So why?
So in 2018, he was saying the same shit that he says now. Yeah, maybe like 5-10 years ago I was bad, but like the past, like recent times, like I've been good. Like nothing's been wrong. There's no drama. How the fuck is it that 5-10 years ago, actually, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, you were still not doing bad things? But then in current day, you said that you were doing bad things, but now you're good. In present day. What?
Why is it that people still do this nasty shit to him all the time?
Okay.
And the answer is, I don't know. It just becomes, these people have become like, this is what they do. So they just keep doing it. So here's Kat, someone comes along, has nothing to do with anything in my past, and people are attacking her already. And it's like, get the fuck out of here, you know? So in that regard, that's why you guys have not seen a lot of our personal life shared, you know? Anything that you see of me is me on stream talking about games, talking about, you know, that kind of stuff, you know, and I won't let the personal stuff seep into my online life because I don't want the online life to then seep into the personal. You see what I mean? So I do want to apologize to all of you who maybe used to be so used to me sharing personal stuff with you on a daily basis. I would share all the stuff that I would be doing with my friends and my significant other and my family and everything, and that's all kind of going away. And it's for a purpose. It's because, you know, when it gets to the point where you get swatted, where other family members who have nothing to do with you get swatted, where people are finding out personal information about my parents and about my other family members.
Okay, am I crazy? When did someone else get swatted? Because I feel like if that happened, he would have never shut the fuck up about it. But I kind of just feel like he brought it up now just so you feel bad for him, because I don't remember that ever happening.
And they're contacting them and saying nasty shit, you know, just vile, gross stuff. That's where it has to stop, and that's where I draw the fucking line, you know?
Didn't happen? Okay.
And, you know, I hate to say it, but
he's claiming the Leanna wedding. Yeah, but that didn't happen at the wedding, did it?
The matter is, I really do feel that previous relationships and friendships of mine, very public ones, ended because of the toxicity of me being an internet personality. I 100% believe that the reason that...
So this is related to the last stream I did. I actually didn't know this was here.
Really?
King B. Cruel, thank you.
Phil fattened up Cart with DoorDash and his lies.
Yeah, I think he scared her. He manipulated her. He like took control of her entire life and her entire personality. Big ups for the two, King B. Cruel. But yeah, that's exactly what he did. And speaking of shit messed up that he did, this is with his friends too. He thinks that his relationship with his friends fell apart because of the internet. Not because he was a shitty... Dude, I just went over... I had a 12-hour stream. Last stream, if you saw it. Big ups. But dude, that... He still doesn't get it. Even back then, he still thinks the same thing today. Or whenever that came out.
Friendships and relationships have ended...
It's not because he was a shitty person and a shitty friend. And treated them badly. And didn't even consider them friends. Most of them. Except for one. It's just because of the internet.
The way they did is because people got fed up with the toxicity and negativity of having me be on the internet constantly and having that shit thrown at them constantly. And they chose to do something different for their sake of their own well-being and sanity rather than to continue their relationship with me. And that's the truth of the matter. And that's why I cannot let that affect, you know, the love that Kat and I have for each other. I can't. And that's why I have done everything I possibly can to stop that. Okay? So there you go. All right, that's the personal side of things, guys. Personally, things have been going really good this year. I get so much support from Kat. I support her. We have a loving relationship behind the scenes of everything. Everything's hunky-dory. Like I said, I lost weight, and everything's good. You know, things are really good in the personal side of stuff. But
nice.
Now let's talk business. How's business going? I haven't really talked about business in a while.
How is business?
Realistically, YouTube is kind of about what it was last year. I would say this month in particular seems a little bit down from what it was last year. The thing about YouTube is that YouTube will fluctuate depending on what's going on in the realm of gaming. So if you get a month with a ton of huge high-profile new releases, YouTube views will go up, and I'll make more money. All right? In a month where it's dead and there's almost nothing new, YouTube revenue will go down, views will go down, right? Everything goes down. That's how it's always been with YouTube. So in particular, 2017, early on in the year, the first half of 2017, was jam-packed with hot, high-profile new releases. Not to say that all of them turned out good, but there were so many games that people wanted to see me cover that viewership was up and money was up. This year, not so much. As you guys know, the first 3 months of this year were like so fucking dead. It wasn't until April where we really started getting high-profile games for me to cover. So it took a while, but now things are on the up and up. In general, my YouTube channel, DSP Gaming, is bringing in between 1 to 2 million views a month, which is on par, what's to be expected. It's been for like 2-3 years now. Revenue is steady, which is good. Revenue is steady. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down, but in general, I kind of know what I'm going to bring in on YouTube on a monthly basis. All right. Would I like it to be better? Of course I would. Of course I would. I would always want it to be better. But the bottom line is I can't really do anything about it. When I try to branch out and do different things, like remember when I did KO Gaming 2 years ago, and I changed up from being just doing raw gameplay to doing these highly edited, more professional looking reviews, that channel took off, and I made a ton of money on it, and then YouTube changed something and demonetized all the videos on the channel, and the channel now makes $8 a month.
That's a lie. That's a great lie, too, because this is before he went back to that channel. So, in case you don't know, for whatever reason, he claims that KO Gaming got demonetized. It got shadow banned on YouTube, so nobody was like getting his videos recommended. And he wasn't making money on any of the videos. But then when DSP Gaming got blacklisted, or not blacklisted, but it got banned for spam. Like he had to redo his Google AdSense, Google Plus, some weird thing. And then Google auto-flagged his channel as a spam channel because he had so many videos. He decided his plan was to then go on the KO Gaming channel and start uploading his videos there. His gameplay videos. So that channel has actually been like done 3 times. 3 separate times. Now it's throwback. But just in case you don't believe me, here's the KO Gaming videos. And then here is a playthrough. Just a playthrough.
Ladies
right
and
here.
gentlemen, welcome to a playthrough, a very special one. This is a game on the Nintendo GameCube. And as you
So this was in July. This is only 1 month after this. So weirdly enough, only 1 month later, he had to go to KO Gaming to start uploading gameplay. And then all of a sudden, the channel wasn't blacklisted anymore. When he can upload his lazy ass raw videos
No, I've only done one GameCube playthrough up to.
It wasn't demonetized. But when he had to actually make edited videos, his shitty edited videos, it was demonetized. That's why I can't do it anymore.
I mean, I don't put new videos out on it anyway, but you know, that channel went from making me, at one point it made me thousands of dollars in a month to $8 a month because they've demonetized every video on the channel, limited or no ads.
So yeah, that channel has been branded 3 times. First as KO Gaming, then as KO Gaming, but it was actually DSP Gaming, and then it became DSP Throwback as we now know it. So that's pretty cool.
I don't really focus. You guys know that.
And that's the gimmick he keeps doing too. He just keeps renaming channels. Just like King of Hate HD became DSP Reacts. He just branded it again.
I don't focus on YouTube anymore. I don't feel the need to focus on YouTube because focusing on YouTube is a waste of my time. If I were to put time, effort, and money into making video series exclusively for YouTube, number 1, demonetization. Number 2, don't show up in search results. Number 3, other fucked up stuff that happens with YouTube all the time. So why am I going to work my ass off when YouTube doesn't support content creators? And I'm sorry, but I just hate to say that's how I feel about YouTube. They do not.
What do I think the 4th iteration? DSP Politics or DS Politics. He's going to take like DSP Street Fighter or some bullshit channel and call it DS Politics. I'm calling it now. I think he's already said that he's going to do that. He's already hinted that he has other channels. But yeah, that's what it's going to be.
Support people who use their website. They don't. They don't care about it. All they want is a website that generates revenue. They don't care
it's taken by a troll.
who you are, who gets screwed over. They don't feel responsibility for when they screw something up with a new algorithm or a new search change or whatever. They take no responsibility whatsoever. They just say, oh, well, it is what it is. Deal with it. And that's not a business that I want to deal with for my livelihood anymore. You know, for since 2011 to 2017, I did. And I had enough. Last year, that was like when the bubble broke. I was like, I can't take it anymore. I can't have a business that's going to have halved, revenue. And now I can't make a living doing it because they fucked up on their end and they admit no responsibility and don't do anything to help anybody out.
Everyone else fucked up.
Okay.
Okay.
So YouTube is what it is. All right. My vlogging channel, the King of Hate Vlogs, brings in almost nothing. I'm not even kidding. I would be lucky if in a good month the vlogging channel makes me $100.
What's the vlogging channel? Okay? I don't know what that is.
Now, admittedly, I have cut down on vlogging a ton. I don't do DSP Tries It anymore. Why? Because as I showed you guys, I lost weight. I don't even eat fast food that often anymore.
Oh my God.
So since I don't do the fast food thing, there's nothing to do for DSP Tries It. So that series is pretty much on hiatus. Really, the only things you see on my vlogging channel are Ask the King, which is my Q&A show I do every other month. Podcasts like this, which I don't do that often anymore. Every once a week, I do the Week in Preview, okay? And then if there's a special vlog, I'll put it out. And that's it. So only doing 1 to 2 videos a week, isn't going to bring in a lot of revenue, and I'm not surprised that I don't make any money really doing the vlogging anymore. On the flip side of that, half the time I upload a vlog, it's demonetized.
So much.
So it's not like I can make money doing it anyway. Even if I worked my ass off doing vlogging. Like I said, when I was actively doing DSP Tries It, I was bringing in 10 to 15,000 views on some of these videos and making like $4 profit. So that should just give you some idea how bad it is. Okay. By the way, let's do a couple shout outs. That works. There needs to be maturity on both sides. Love living with her. Glad you got that right. There absolutely one move into my.
Wait, this might be good.
By the way, let's do a couple. Aaron PC did a 100-bit cheer. He's I just had my girlfriend move into my place, and I agree 100%. Sharing responsibility is the only way to living with a significant other. That works. There needs to be maturity on both sides. Love living with her. Glad you got that right. There absolutely 1,000,000%. You need to have maturity on both sides. You can't have one person who wants one thing and another person who wants another thing because it won't work. And you have to be sure that when someone says something, they mean it. Because there could be a situation where, we agree to this, and then within a month, it all falls apart. Okay? The big TJ Lee just cheered. He says, the overanalysis on your personal life, I believe, is one of the reasons people got sick of the ones who don't like you. At least that's true for me. Yeah, I mean, there were people who made a living. I'm not even kidding you. All they did on the internet, the only reason they had any notoriety on the internet is because they overanalyzed my personal life. And they would say the most ridiculous fucking things. And, I would put a picture of something I saw at the mall on Instagram, and it would be massively overanalyzed and dissected in an hour-long podcast. It's a fucking picture on Instagram. You see what I mean? But this is what these people were doing. And so, in the last year, I really do think a lot of these people who had a lot of popularity are kind of finally falling out of favor with the mainstream viewers because they realize how sick this shit is. However, the sad part is there's still thousands of people who are that fucked up in the head that they think that
he's just talking about the SOK.
Normal. And acceptable.
Like, this is 3
Last
years
Rambo
after
cheered.
that,
He says,
no?
DSP Tries It should not be restricted to just fast food. I agree, Last Rambo, but at the same time, I don't have money and time to be putting into other products. You know what I mean? Do a subscription box, Phil. The subscription box costs $30 a month for a snack box for snacks I'm not going to eat, and the video makes $4. See what I mean? Anonymous Rex cheers. And shout out to Derek, who says, I moved my girlfriend into my house, but she's a Barbie, so we're in a Barbie house.
I really think that's annoying, too, because that's the same mindset he had, like, the reasoning why he didn't pay anyone on Project 7. He can't think of something on YouTube as a gamble, which is weird considering he loves gambling in a mobile game. But for some reason, he can't see the value in attempting something new, even if it doesn't necessarily make him money right away. It's just all short-term profit. He just wants to upload game videos because it doesn't require any effort. He just sits there and plays a game until he gets through it, and then it's over. Like, that's all he wants to do.
And shout out to YOLO Dopper. He says, I'm glad things are working out for you. I think going offline for the relationship would work good, but I think you can still open up instead of doing a total 180 by showing nothing. You got to be careful. You have to. Because what's to say that we do open up a tiny bit, and the next thing you know, here's the next negative bullshit meme on the internet, and everyone believes it. You know what I mean? And again, for her,
Champions.
It's not fair to her to have to put up with any kind of bullshit or negativity because she's going out with me, right? It's not fair. Especially because how supportive and how loving she is to me. The fact that she would have to put up with nasty attacks and shit. You know, and some people are like, oh, whatever, tough skin. You know, it gets to some people.
I don't know,
she's not
dude.
someone...
Like, it's the internet. People can do whatever they want. If she knew who you were. When she gets into the relationship, she's choosing to do that. I mean, I think she did, at least. People can say whatever they want. You don't have to like it. But, dude, when you give it attention like this, it just makes people do it more.
Who's had a big internet personality and has thick skin.
Like,
you know, when she sees nasty comments, it could get to her. And I don't want her to be subject to that, so.
Okay.
All right, let's continue on.
Like, if you don't want her to be subject to that, why did you even announce her? Just don't say anything. It's like he couldn't help himself. He needs people to know that he's such a man that he has a woman. And now this woman lives with him. Like, he needs, like, his ego is so fragile. He needs other strangers online to know that he has a girlfriend. Because people don't need to know that. People don't need to see this lady. People don't need to interact with her. People don't even need to know you have one, dude. If you really cared about protecting her, that's what you would have done.
Let's now...
Hey, Grazing Pearl, 5 months, dude. Legend. Thank you so much.
I'm him.
That's you.
Talk about Twitch. How has Twitch been going for me this year?
Twitch.
Well, I'll be honest with you guys. The second half of 2017 was great. And in fact, the end of 2017 was amazing. I had more viewers, giant amounts of support. People were coming out and cheering, subbing, and tipping in droves near the end of 2017 and early 2018.
Who else is going to do the laundry? But that's the crazy thing, too, where it's like he could have just had her around, but he didn't need to tell the audience about her. And I feel like if he truly, truly, truly cared and feels like he learned his lesson, which he claims that he did, then he wouldn't have even announced that she was around or that he even had a girlfriend. Because why would you? If you apparently learned your lesson about not sharing things, why did you feel the need to let people know? Why did you feel the need to post a photo with her and photos of her doing your Christmas tree? Like, why did you do any of that if you actually care about her and you don't want her to be pulled into the vortex? You really just don't care. You care more about people knowing that you have a girlfriend instead of the girlfriend herself.
It did die down some. February, March, April in particular.
Okay.
Why? Because guess what? There were no good games. Like I said, it was such a dead time. Those 2 months were so dead.
Games,
There was almost nothing
dead
going on,
time.
right?
Okay.
That there just was no real reason for me to
Let's
get
get to
any
the
kind of
depression,
outside of our
dude. Come
family,
on,
outside of our
move
families,
on.
ends up being very supportive. I want to say thank you to any of you who are in there during your months when it's dead or when there's not a lot of hyper
Yes,
stuff going
thank
on.
you for the
I
money.
understand, but I think a lot of you have
Donate.
figured out now that just coming by my streams and hanging out is more of a social aspect. You hang out with people you know. It's a cool, positive vibe. You don't
She
let
ended his depression? Wrong, dude. That's wrong. He still has depression, idiot.
shit drama come in anymore. We've did a really good job of keeping that shit off
Dude,
the streams, and me not addressing it has made the streams way better, in my opinion, in 2018. Okay, so
Lord Kane, thank you,
know,
for
that
the
being
6
said-
months, dude. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
the positivity is at all-time high. No matter what I play, I have fun. Even if it's a game I don't like, even if I rejet it a bit, I still get to see that people like to see my honest reactions, and that's a cool thing. And the fact that, I mean, I would also be honest with you guys. Twitch's change to their
I'll be
terms of service
honest.
has maybe toned stuff down a bit. And honestly, I think it may be for the better. All right. And the reason being, I used to be a guy that on the cuff would just explode. And a lot of people like that. Don't
Used to be. Used to be. Back in 2018, he's saying this.
Don't get me wrong, that's kind of where I got a lot of my notoriety on YouTube back in the day. But just to get angry, so angry.
He's in a perpetual state of used to be X. I used to be X. I used to be such and such. Now I'm awesome. Like, whatever the current time is the time that he is currently the best he's ever been. And then whatever time is before the words he is currently saying, he is the worst guy ever. But now he's the best. So you should give him money because he's improved.
Immediately, I'm just saying the most ridiculous inflammatory statements about other people playing games, about game developers, and about this and that. You know, comes a time when you have to mature up a little bit. And even though I realize that that's entertaining stuff, you know, when Twitch's terms of service are saying you got to watch what you say because if you actively insult someone, you know, you can get suspended from and lose your Twitch streaming ability, I kind of had to look at my product and take a step back and say, okay, let's evaluate what I'm doing on a stream on a daily basis and try to put out a little bit. Now, by the way, I'm certainly not saying that I'm going to completely censor myself or be dishonest with you guys. I'm not. You know, real talk, I'm never going to change in that regard. I pride myself on being someone that is opinionated, that has these definite stances on certain things, and I'm going to stick up for those stances,
Look
even
at
if,
this,
you know,
dude.
a lot of people disagree
Like,
with.
he's not going to change, but at the same time, he's changed. Which is it? How can you be both? How can you possibly be both, dude? He fence sits his own, like, opinion of himself. That's what I mean when I say he's a weasel. He's a snake, he's a phony, he's a fake fucking weasel. This is it. He just slithers his way through every sentence, saying whatever the fuck he thinks will get him to the next word. Because there's no, like, moral, there's no opinion, there's no backbone to anything he says. He's a fucking snake. That's it. That's all he is.
Me, and I'm going to be an independent guy that's not a paid shill that's here to play a game just because I'm getting paid for it and now I have to kiss the game's ass, you know, constantly. I'm not going to get a pre-release copy of the game and then have to censor what I say about the game because there's a review embargo a couple days in the future.
Fallout 4.
I'm not like that. When you watch me on a stream, you're getting pure unadulterated fill. You're getting out of me.
What?
Watch me on a stream, you're getting pure unadulterated fill. You're getting out of me my pure you know, opinion on the matter. I may have had to tone down my language and how extreme I get to you know, in my, what's the word? Hyperbole. In my hyperbole of how I talk about my opinion. But for the most part, it's pure.
He just said he's not going to change. It's pure fill only for the most part. Again, like, how can you be both? This doesn't make any sense. This is you just trying to, like, appeal to people. But it sounds really stupid because you're trying to say that you're both.
You're getting the real deal. You're not getting the fake acting Phil. You're not getting a Muppet, like I like to call some other streamers who, they overact for the camera. They have the dyed hair and they have to be this stupid.
The dyed hair.
Stereotype to make money from kids. I'm not like that, and you guys know that. For 10 years, I've
So he's not a character.
prided myself on being the real me, not some
There you
bullshit
go. The real me,
character.
not some bullshit character. Keep that in mind because in the interview he was a character.
Is the badge that proves I'm a mature adult. If I say and show it off, how will people know immature? Also, it proves I'm not gay, dude.
Thank you, Ramen Brahmin, for the 5. Yeah, exactly. And that's, I feel like I've said this before, maybe a long time ago, like when I first started. They're just status symbols. That's why I feel like his friends too, maybe to a lesser extent, but the girlfriends especially, he treats them like pets. He talks to them like he talks to his hamsters. They're just like objects. They're just like a status symbol. Like, Cat is just a symbol of his maturity. Like, look at me. I'm a mature adult. I have a wife. That's all it is. It's not, there's no relationship. He doesn't actually care about this lady.
To make money, all right?
And this is good too. We got to hear this back.
Stereotype to make money from kids. I'm not like that, and you guys know that. For 10 years, I've prided myself on being the real me, not some bullshit character to make money, all right? So I certainly hope.
So yeah, he's not a bullshit character. Not a bullshit character. He's been the real him this entire time. Okay.
That you guys get
yeah,
that,
alien.
all right, when you watch my streams. And in general, I've noticed this year, overall, my stream attendance is higher than it was. I'm actually getting more average viewers per stream than I did previously.
All right, that didn't
my followers
last.
are up. My subs in general are up. Now,
All right, I don't care about your Twitch stats, dude. Let's
and
go.
you know, I'm doing good in that regard. And even in particular, there's been a few times when things have been, oh my God, I'm in a situation now where I just had to pay all my state taxes. I have no money in my bank account and I got bills coming due. You guys have come out to support me with tips and stuff.
Oh wait, yeah, that's good too. I skipped over him bragging about all of his stream stats. But like then he remembered now. Wait a minute, I spent this whole past year and a half begging every day. Shit, I have to mention how I beg. Like, look at this dude's face. It's like he just remembered he begged all the time. Yeah, guys, everything's so good. Well, not that good because, all of my taxes.
In particular, there's been a few times when things have been, oh my God, I'm in a situation now where I just had to pay all my state taxes. I have no money in my bank account and I got bills coming due. You guys have come out to support me with tips and stuff to make sure that I don't overdraw my account. You guys have been amazing.
I had a planned video. It was going to be about his tax saga, but it's so much research and I don't feel like doing it. But someone should, because in 2017, he was begging for tax money. It was like the PUBG marathon. That's when he started begging for tax money. He revealed it before that, but that was like the first time he got in trouble on Twitch for like saying bits are money. And then it was all to go towards taxes. Save the house. That's where that shit came from. And then in 2018, he was like, yeah, I didn't pay any of my taxes. Like, what? What the fuck was the money for? Like, dude, the next year he straight up just said, I didn't pay for any of my taxes. And he's like, man, I need the tax money this year so I can pay it for next year and the back tax. Like, what the fuck just happened, dude? That was insane. It was such a crazy moment.
You guys have come out to support me with tips and stuff to make sure that I don't overdraw my account. You guys have been...
You want to say a few people have done it? Big ups, Nugs. Maybe. But I had a specific thing that I wanted to highlight.
Amazing. I cannot say a single...
It was specifically the PUBG marathon. That's what I'm thinking of. This 2017 DSP Gaming PUBG fundraiser. Is that it? Yeah, this is it. December 2017.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my fundraising special. Already, it's been incredibly successful. Thank you to everyone who's already contributed. As you can see, right over here.
Dude, he even had a little fucking bits tracker and a tips tracker at the bottom of the screen. Like, he was using Twitch fucking overlays. This one's broken, by the way. He didn't actually set this one up properly.
Picking up handguns, because they're so worthless in this fucking game.
Damn, bro. This was like the start of the leaderboards, too. This is like the beginning of a new era.
Is this the original Xbox?
He started using the leaderboards after this.
Alright, folks, this is it. The big finale. The big fucking finale. Let's see how this goes.
Dude, someone sent him 1,000. Look how much garbage is at the top of the screen. God damn. Big ups guy for the 1,000. Yeah, I actually didn't spend any of it on the thing that you thought it was going towards.
Well, there's people driving around.
Because then he just straight up says, yeah, I didn't pay any of my taxes last year. What? What do you mean? I sent you $1,000, Phil.
Word of criticism or complaint towards my viewership. You guys are amazing. You guys are awesome. You come out, you support, you enjoy the content I'm putting out, and all I can say is 2 thumbs up to you guys. Thank you very much for all this.
No, he always manually inputted, but just for that PUBG thing, he had like a little bits tracker and a tips tracker. But I guess he couldn't figure out how it worked because he fucked up the tips tracker and it's actually bugged. That's why this meter here at the bottom didn't fill up. Or no, was it? No, it's here. It's under his... He moved it. It's under his thing. It's just bits. And he was referring to bits as money. And so he got in trouble for that. He got banned for the first time.
Support that you
on
give.
Twitch.
All right. But what I want to talk about now is kind of flip it into how am I doing in regards to the impending financial things that have been going on behind the scenes, because a lot of people ask me these questions. All right. But I got to do some shout outs first.
Anyways, let's keep going.
So let's see here.
Can't
Shout out to
stream all
Aaron
day
PC,
today.
who cheered. He says, I'm sure allowing people to send you items to review could be a good way to add more content besides fast food. Free on your part, fan interaction on our end. Hey, I'm okay with that. Like, I actually said this on the pre-stream today. Someone asked me, do I have a P.O. box or whatever? I'm open to people sending me stuff as long as you screen it with me first. So send me an email, darksidefil@hotmail.com. Phil,
does it ever get boring having to watch DSP stream VOD / videos for research? Yes, Slimecatcher. All the time. That's why I procrastinate making these videos. Also, other things get in the way. But still... Dude, like, fuck it. I'll show you. I was planning on doing a stream about this.
I'm interested in sending this
I'll
to
play
you
the
if
video
you want
in
to
the
review it for a
meantime.
video. Cool, let's have a discussion about it, and if it's something that I think I could do a cool video on, I'll let you know. I'm open to that. I always have been open to that, okay? Call me Thick Daddy. Cheered. He says Phil took a picture of the Rock. Equates to Phil must be one of the weapons Phil uses to beat up 1,000 children. Yeah, I know, ridiculous, right?
Yeah, this is my fucking script for the thing. It's a rough script. I actually wrote more on like a different file, but there's like a bunch of text here, and this took forever. And then fucking, these are all my sources. I have everything, and there's actually a second file. And like, there's so much garbage, and I like, you have to go through it and just sit there, and it's so annoying.
I play a game,
and like, he rambles and he talks in circles, as you guys fucking know, and it's so annoying just having to listen to him.
Me
for the purposes of like when you're searching for something, and he just rambles, and you need to you don't want to skip because you're gonna miss what he like. It's just so frustrating.
I didn't even do anything wrong. The kid insults me. I make a sly comment about, man, if that was
oh wait, this is good. This is good. This is good.
ridiculous, right?
This is good. This is really good.
Call me Thick Daddy. Cheered. He says Phil took a picture of the Rock. Equates to Phil must be one of the weapons Phil uses to beat up 1,000 children. Yeah, I know, ridiculous, right? I play a game. And
this is the slap an 11-year-old kid. Dude, we're back in time. This is like the golden age for me. This is when I really got into him. This is like the beginning. Well, not the beginning. I started in 2017. But still, this shit is like the shit that I remember. Let's see. Slap 11-year-old kid DSP. This is what he's talking about. Let's see. I can't find it. Here we go. Big ups Mighty D. Here it is. You're 11. You're 11.
Sure, where is the waiting room?
Here it is.
Can I please go in the waiting room?
Sure, where is the waiting room?
Right behind you, idiot. You click on that.
You didn't have to call me an idiot. I just walked in the door. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Wow. You're quite rude.
Wow. I'm 11. Deal with it.
You're 11?
Yes?
And your parents bought you a gaming PC? What's wrong with this picture?
Gaming PC, by the way. To play VR chat, you need a RTX 4090.
Probably because I'm part wolf. You click on it, just so you know.
You click on it. Ah. Good. Now I'm away from that annoying fucking bitch of a kid who I would have slapped in real fucking life if they talked to me like that. I would have fucking pimp slapped that shit out of that. What the fuck? Anyway.
You suck at throwing. No!
I can't. I got an apple.
Oh my God.
What am I doing with this? Why am I playing this game? Alright, watch this. Watch this one.
Dude.
Alright, guys, it's time to fess up. How many of you are actually above the age of 16 in this room?
What? What?
What do you mean by that?
What the fuck is going on? Have a seat? This sounds so weird, dude. He's trying to find his new panda.
What am I doing with this? Why am I playing this game?
Panda
watch
Lee?
this. Watch this one. Alright, guys, it's time to fess up. How many of you are actually above the age of 16 in this room?
That sounds so fucking weird. You weirdo.
None. Zero. Not one person responded. Holy shit. What a surprise.
That's so weird.
Wow.
You're so fucking cringe, dude.
Hot dog, please go back.
Jesus Christ.
The living hot dog is trolling the 11-year-old.
Oh my god, this is great. Hot dog, hot diggity dog.
Bro, what the fuck is this video?
Dude, that's good. That's funny.
This girl is the only one that's supposed to be.
I actually never seen this.
Ah, I think of a game.
Oh my God, I hate you.
Why is he hanging out with these children?
We're trolling them. Really, thank you.
He deals with the kid alright, chill.
Hours for this.
Thank you, Snoop Herman. He would have slapped that kid, dude.
They worked for hours.
This is so weird.
Don't worry, kid. You're young. You'll have many, many more hours to be wasted on the internet for the rest of your life. Don't feel bad.
Shade the dragon.
People voted for me to play this, folks. This is boring. I'm gonna go somewhere else. This sucks. Here. At this point, I don't even care if people find me. I just
This is
want to do something
so
different. Boring shit.
strange.
Cup. What the fuck is true?
Oh, this is the classic fucking Snort Burnell thing.
Oh shit. Oh. Cup. What the fuck is true? Oh shit! Oh. Oh shit! Is it the fox from Zootopia? Right? It's the
16's
fox
the
guy
age
from...
of consent. Okay, we're done here, dude. Maybe one more. I want to see one more stupid thing.
Anyone speak English in this room? Holy shit! Oh my god, we got a troll. We got a troll. Hold on. How do you mute people?
What do you say?
Not the queen.
Let's see here. Report abuse. Email. If I do that, thank you.
Thank you.
Every time he uses voice chat, I imagine what he must sound like from the other side, and that makes me cringe.
That makes me cringe. Ugh.
Yeah, like imagine being a kid in that room. And some guy's like, how many of you are over 16 right now? It's so fucking weird.
Kid insults me. I didn't even do anything wrong. The kid insults me. I make a sly comment about, man, if that was a kid, you know, a parent should discipline that kid, slap him or whatever.
A parent should discipline that kid, slap him, or whatever.
All of a sudden, Phil is an abuser of children who wants to slap, beat up children, and threaten a kid online.
Yeah, that's
None
what
of
he
that
said.
happened, right?
That's
Let's
what he
just
said.
over-exaggerate every little thing Phil does. So can you imagine if I was sharing stuff from my personal life? I took a picture.
I would have slapped the shit out of that bitch of a kid if they talk to me like that. It just means their parents should have disciplined them.
My kitchen, and someone finds that there's a new spatula. Where did Phil get the money for that new spatula? I bet that cost several dollars, and you know, unfucking believable, these people. YOLO Dopper Charity says, I can't believe KO Gaming ad revenue is so abysmal. You can only make $8 a month. I think the CPM is too low to motivate anyone to make edited videos. Keep in mind, when I launched KO Gaming before YouTube demonetized the channel, all right, that channel, like I told you, 1 month I actually made thousands of dollars. That was the month when I released the review of Homefront: The Revolution, and it got 1 million views. So I made a lot of money. But YouTube demonetized it last year.
Nice.
Every video I upload to that channel loses all the
Nice
ads.
lie.
So,
Reminder, 1 month after this, he would start uploading again when DSP Gaming was banned.
I make no money on the channel.
All of a sudden, it wasn't demonetized.
William Cheered, he says, are you worried people will think your Mario Tennis opinions could be compromised since you're getting an eShop code for it instead of spending your own money? Nintendo fans seem upset with your anti-Nintendo thoughts of late. First of all, I don't have anti-Nintendo thoughts. I criticize Nintendo just like I criticize everybody else, but the Nintendo fans are the ones who are so sensitive that I would criticize their beloved game company that they say I'm some kind of an anti-Nintendo guy. I'm wearing a fucking Nintendo shirt.
Yeah, you're wearing like some third-party fucking weird shirt that Nintendo doesn't make. That doesn't mean anything.
I've said how many times over the years, SNES has always been my favorite game console and my favorite era of gaming. Some of my favorite games ever are Nintendo games, and last year's Game of the Year pick was Super Mario Odyssey, but I'm a Nintendo hater.
Yeah, you are.
Listen, Mario Tennis is not a game that I'm taking super seriously. I'm going to play it at face value, do a few fun streams of it, and if people like it, keep playing it. If not, I'm not going to judge it. I probably won't even review it, because why am I going to review a game? Number one, I'm not into tennis, and number two, I wasn't going to play the game regardless. It'd probably be a game just for fun streaming and not a serious business. So don't worry, I'm not going to play Mario Tennis and then rate it 3 out of 10 and pan the game and even infuriate the fucking Nintendo fanboys even further.
Hold up. I want to see these arms again.
Out of 10 and pan the game and even infuriate the fucking Nintendo fanboys even further. Anonysaurus Rex says, can I send you DDP Yoga to review? I have it. I've told you a million times I have DDP Yoga. Anonysaurus Rex says, can I send you DDP Yoga to review? I have it. I've told you a million times I have DDP Yoga. King of Hypocrisy. Cheers says, do you ever look at crazy conspiracy theories about you and your girlfriend and shake your head? After the escort saga, it's hard to believe that people make this stuff seriously. The bottom line is, at this point, people will do anything for attention. It's that simple. There are people who can only get attention. There's people, they try to do their own streams, they try to make their own videos, and they can't get 100 people. But then they restream my shit illegally and do drama comments or insulting comments over it, commentary, and they can get 1,000 viewers. You know?
Hey, it's me. Not quite 1,000. Almost. Last stream I almost did. Hey guys.
You know?
Let's get
but
to
that's
1,000.
it. Drama garbage content
That's me.
for immature people is all the rave on the internet right now, and there's no police. There's no internet police to take care of that shit. So right now, it's allowed. It's like the Wild West of the internet. So it sucks, but that's the reality. Is that no matter what I do, people turn into crazy shit. And I know that, which is why I have not revealed much about my personal relationship with Kat. Okay, so now let's continue. Let's talk about the business side of stuff behind the scenes of YouTube and Twitch. Okay. Behind the scenes of the support that you guys are giving me this year, what's going on? As you guys know, financially things have not been good for me. Actually, things were financially good for me about the fall of last year. And then all of a sudden, I got the call, actually it was a letter, saying that I owed a ridiculous amount of money in back taxes to the state of Washington because I had never filed properly. Apparently, my tax attorney had never done my taxes properly in at that point, it was 3 years that I had lived here. And I needed to sort all this out. So immediately I had to dump my old tax attorney, get a new one who was way more expensive. I had to get them to do all this research into how much money I made and how much I actually owe the state of Washington. At the end of the year, I had one big amount due, and you guys significantly helped me with that. At the end of last year, you guys rallied and helped me to pay that off in January. And also, you helped me to pay the cost of my tax attorney. Because I mean, no lie.
When does he call her the second income? When she first moved in. This isn't this video, but...
My tax attorney, I paid the tax attorney just about
maybe
as much
we'll do
as I
that
paid
next
the state.
time.
I paid the state, you know, over $1,000 went to the state and over $1,000 went to the tax.
Look at this. Look at these eyes. Look at these very truthful, honest eyes.
Because I mean, no lie. My tax attorney,
These corner demons, dude. Look at this. Look at this shit if you're not looking at the screen. I'll give you a second. Look at this shit.
Paid the tax attorney just about as much as I paid the state. I paid the state, you know, over $1,000 went to the state and over $1,000 went to the tax attorney. I can't give you exact figures, obviously,
nice.
But it was pretty bad. Okay, and that was money I didn't have. And
very
I was
honest
out of
individual.
Nowhere. You guys supported the hell out of me last year and got me through that. Okay, but this year I've had these looming problems. So first of all, because you guys were so supportive of me last year, I had a big increase in income at the end of the year, which means now I owed more to the federal government for their taxes. And now I had to come up with that money. So I had a big chunk of money I needed to come up with by April, okay, to pay the feds.
Pay the feds.
As I was in the...
This is fucking... Oh, this was going to be part of my video, too. I actually started this video. I wonder if I can show you. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't think I saved it. I might have deleted it. But still, dude, this fucking guy was like asking about money to be raised for his taxes, and then he was like, oh, because I made more money because you guys were so supportive, I now owe more money on my April taxes. But like the April taxes are the taxes he normally should pay anyways. It had nothing to do with the back taxes. So it's like all that money that he was fucking talking about, fucking, it didn't even matter. Oh, you guys see behind the scenes now. Look at this. I redid this video. Project Shill. I redid it from scratch. It was pretty insane. Anyways, it's not here. It's not here. But it existed at one point. It had to do with that fucking...
The process of raising the money to pay the feds.
Him saying I made more money, so I need more money in order to pay my taxes because I made more money. So it's more tax money. It's like, bitch, you owe that money anyways.
The state of Washington came to me and said,
it was a whole thing.
Said, all right,
you just had to be there, I guess.
Oh, you got caught up with what you owe currently, but you still owe us this giant chunk of back taxes for the years you didn't pay your taxes. And so they said, well, we have to calculate how much that is and tell you how much that is. They finally told me about a month ago, and my jaw went, bah. I was like, oh my God, that's a lot of fucking money, and I don't have it, you know? And I basically scrounged, I penny pinched, I sold some stuff, I called in every possible fucking favor that I could possibly have under the sun, all right? And what I can tell you now, as of today, finally, I am caught up on my state taxes.
Yeah, I know,
my state taxes are 100% paid. I no longer have any back taxes owed to the state of Washington, all right?
Yeah, this is a lie.
So I'm in a good position. State tax wise, I'm looking great. They think no problems.
Dude, okay, like, oh, I'm trying to remember. I should have just made the video, dude, but it's so annoying.
Good.
Like the way he's wording this is specifically designed to like lie to you.
I no longer have any back taxes owed to the state of Washington. All right, so I'm in a good position, state tax wise. I'm looking great. They think no problems. I'm an properly operating business here in the state. Yes, I had to register as a business, and I'm paying taxes actively now to the state of Washington, okay?
Yeah, the state taxes are a flat rate. Oh my God, dude, I remember doing this fucking research. This dude is, like, straight up lying to you. Like, he worded it, like, he paid the taxes that he had to pay anyways, which were the state taxes. Like, that's the taxes he paid every year anyways. It didn't even matter. Like, what he was saying didn't even matter. But he was making it sound like he paid off all of the taxes that he owed. And then in 2018, which is when this video was made, he was like, oh yeah, I didn't pay any of my back taxes last year.
So that being said, I'm good in that regard. That's the good news.
What?
Okay, that's good news.
Anyways,
to everyone.
we'll
State
move
of
on.
Washington taxes, I'm good. I will owe taxes every year at the end of the year. I don't think it'll be a problem because at the end of the year, I always see an increase in revenue at the end of the year.
Yeah, that
anyway,
one,
with all
the
the games,
B&O
the
tax,
big
that
ad
shit.
profit you get. on
Business and
YouTube everything at the end of the
operations
year.
or
So I
whatever.
think I'm going to be okay in that regard. All right.
It's a whole thing. We're moving on. Fuck
However,
taxes.
here we go.
I didn't do it for a reason.
As I was dealing with the back federal taxes that I owed, and as I was dealing with the back state taxes that I, excuse me, frog in my throat, the back state taxes that I owed, well, guess what? Time kept moving. Time didn't fucking suspend. And
Yeah, I thought time suspended. Shut up. We're moving on.
Huh? You know, see what I mean? That's not how life works, but that's what they want. So, right now, I am. Half the year, half of 2018 has passed, and half the year I've paid no federal taxes. Now, the way, it's so weird the way
There
it
it
works,
is.
okay? They're going to expect me again to pay another payment in September and another payment by the end of the year. And then the way it really works is that anything I didn't properly pay during the year is considered due in full next April when I file my taxes again. Okay.
We're moving on from taxes because I don't want to hear it anymore. I'm sick of the word.
In general, for my viewership, is that people enjoy my streams. They think it's a safer place. There's not drama anymore. There's no not a lot of trolling attacks and stuff like that. That I've done a great job of basically just making things happen and be positive, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Okay. And so that's good. And I hope that if I can keep putting out entertaining streams and fun content for you guys, the viewership will continue to rise. Support with cheers, subs, and tips will continue to grow like it has. And I can have a more consistent viewership no matter what game I play. Because the bottom line is every time I play a new game, of course we get that artificial inflation.
Of course.
But I wanted that no matter what I play, you guys like me and you come out to hang out with me. It's more
poor
a social
Phil.
thing
That never
as
worked
well
out.
as gaming, rather than just you're here for the game. You see what I mean?
I don't
Going
see what
hand
you
in
mean.
hand with
Hold on,
that.
I'm just going to close this.
What I've noticed is that people like it when I'm not just playing games. Last week, I did what was considered an IRL stream, okay? And people seem to really like it. Me just hanging out and talking with them and shooting the shit. People were very supportive, and it was a fun stream, regardless of the fact the reason I did it was because of drama, because of DSP Gaming supposedly getting suspended. It seemed to be a fun stream. People really enjoyed it. I'm not against the idea of doing more streams where I just hang out with you guys and talk, okay? If that's what people want. But at the same time, I got to be careful that I don't talk controversial topics. We don't bring drama. I'm not violating Twitch's terms of service with the things that we talk about.
What have I been playing lately? Lies of P. I tried the Rogue Prince of Persia. It was alright. There's not enough content in it though, but big ups to Iviga.
And also another thing I probably will never do, and this is being realistic.
I also got this game, Lobotomy Academy, Lobotomy Corporation. I wanted to try it on stream, but I didn't think I could learn it.
Is take this phone.
I didn't want to look silly playing it, so I canceled it.
And use the Twitch app to broadcast myself in real life. More than likely, I'll never do it because, again, I'm trying to separate my real life, personal relationship and stuff from the internet presence. And I'll be honest, I'm very afraid that if the second I take this fucking phone out and I start showing stuff that I'm doing in person, it's just going to open up the trolling floodgates again. You're going to have people trying to fuck with me, going to the places that I go to. You know what I mean? Like, I can't have any of that. I just can't. I need to have a private life that I can have a good, positive, meaningful life with Kat, and I need to have a business work life where I can have interaction with you guys and have them be separate and not have it constantly be fucking flooding into each other and just ruining everything. All right? I hope you guys understand that and appreciate that. So I'm willing to go above and beyond when it comes to stuff I do on stream here, as long as it's not something that will be intrusive with my real life. So if you guys have suggestions, what are some things that Phil can do that he doesn't currently do that we feel would be fun to do on stream? It would help him grow his streams and allow to get more viewership and the like. I'm all ears, but become Ice Poseidon and go do IRL streaming everywhere you fucking go with your phone is not a valid suggestion.
Nobody said that. Okay.
Sound good? All right, fair enough. So what I want to do is grow my streams. And why do I really want to grow my streams? Because I know that YouTube is a sinking ship. I've had discussions with my partnership company.
YouTube is a sinking ship back in 2018. Okay.
company and other parties regarding YouTube and my YouTube channel. And the bottom line, everyone's impression is there's no way I could get DSP Gaming to grow. It's done. Even if I were to change the formula of what I do on DSP Gaming to be longer videos, edited videos, nothing's going to work. Basically, what I'm being told by every single person of influence is Let's Plays and Let's Players, people who do video game playthroughs, cannot make a living on YouTube anymore. It's done. That era is over. You need to be a drama guy. You need to watch reaction or make reaction videos. You need to jump on the dramatic bullshit trends of YouTube in order to make a living doing it anymore.
Oh my
So
God.
that whole era of people putting out great gameplay is done, except for the top guys. The top guys have so many viewers and so many subs, they're insulated. But for guys like me around mid to lower level, there's no way. Even if I changed completely what DSP Gaming was, and I became the montage edited guy that people have told me is popular on YouTube, and I did silly thumbnails with my face on them, right? And I edited out all the boring and the fails, and I just had these montage style gameplay videos that were 30 minutes or longer. Literally, people told me, don't bother. You will not see an increase on DSP Gaming because your channel, where it is on YouTube, it is on YouTube. It's not going to change. You won't see a jump in the algorithm. Just keep doing what you're doing and plug away, and that's going to be your best bet. So I don't see any reason to even try to do anything.
Hey, the loser mentality. I don't see a reason to try anything different because I don't think it'll work, so I'm not even going to try. I might die if I go outside, so I'm not going to go outside.
My YouTube presence.
Very
But
nice.
Twitch is the complete polar opposite. So many people have told me in the last year, Phil, I've heard all this negative shit about you on the internet and YouTube, so I wanted to give you a shot. I came and checked your stream out for myself, and I loved it. You seem like a down-to-earth guy. You're relatable. You're funny. You can play games and have fun and share honest opinions. Your streams are not all drama.
He had LARPers back then, too.
Shit talking. You're not constantly ripping every game developer a new asshole or swearing out like a sailor. Your streams are fun and popular, for the people who know that. And honestly, a lot of people have told me in the last year I should be way more popular than I am, but because of the crazy amount of slander and defamation on the internet about me, most people won't check out my stuff and give me a chance. So there you go. If anything, if more people would come in and watch...
Dude, okay, he just told us before that he gets fake inflated views whenever a new game comes out. If you were actually interesting and entertaining, wouldn't those fake inflated views actually stick around? Like, if people actually liked you and your videos, when someone looked up Elden Ring and they saw your video, and they clicked on it, if they were entertained, if they thought you were funny, they would stick around. That really doesn't have anything to do with any slander or defamation that has to do with you. Like, I don't get that. If you were entertaining, people would watch you. I really believe that.
Streams and say, wow, and then go out and spread the honest word of mouth about how it is, I think that this channel would be growing exponentially. But for now, I am enjoying the growth that I'm having. And my goal is to make Twitch become my main form of income to the point where it's enough from Twitch to pay my basic bills, the utilities, the cost of the games, all the things that I cost for me to pay my bills and keep my house and everything. And then if YouTube ad revenue exists and is good, great. It's the icing on the cake that I can use to do other stuff, but it's my side thing. If DSP Gaming gets suspended again, it's not, oh my god, the roof is on fire, what the fuck am I going to do because I'm making no money today. Instead, it's, okay, it sucks, but it's not the end of the world. Let's have a fun stream on Twitch to keep stuff going. You know what I mean? So let's see what happens. And again, I'm open to feedback. I want to listen to you guys. I want to hear what you guys have to say about improvement on Twitch to make stuff better. So I'm all ears. You want to share it on social media? You want to send me emails? Whatever. I need suggestions because really I want to make my Twitch channel grow this year. But by the way, I also don't want to put it in jeopardy where it's going to get shut down because then there's no income there and then I'm really screwed. The bottom line is if I can make my Twitch grow and I can make enough money to pay my taxes this year, I'm in a good position. But I need to get there. You see
what a stupid statement. We're moving forward. Because, no shit, you want to make more money, obviously. Shut up. What is this? What's happening?
Celebratory toast for clearing the state taxes and drink some of that grape kickstart. Okay. Celebratory toast for being done with the goddamn back taxes on the state of Washington. Here we go. Everyone, if you have a drink, raise your glass with
Hit
me.
us with the
salud. Your can or your chalice or your flute, whatever it is you may drink from. Let's have a celebratory toast of being done with that fucking shit.
Like the Yandere.
Salud.
There it is. Let's go. He hit us with it. Hit it with it.
Salud.
Salud.
Okay. Shout out to Apollo Raps, who did a 25-hit cheer. Thank you. Austin cheers. I love the interactivity of Twitch. I do as well.
Dude, I love these old
Rex
videos.
Cheers. Can you impersonate Popeye? I am what I am, but it's all that I am. Uno Andom cheered. And he says, will I do a collab stream with Rings of Redemption? No. Atlas Telemon cheered. He says, Phil, being really honest because the trolls, I hardly ever actively shared your content via social media due to possible repercussion. You're right. Now, here's the deal. I get more trolling than anyone else.
He meant to say salud, like in Spanish.
I do.
But he said salud.
And more trolling than anyone else because I'm the subject matter, right? However, even with all the trolling that you guys tell me I get, I don't see any of it. Because now I've gotten to the point, so many scumbags have basically trolled me on the internet. They're all either blocked or muted. So when I tweet and someone says, man, Phil, people are really nasty to you on Twitter, I'm like, I don't see it. I tweet out something productive and I don't see any of the negativity. I just see people who are being, positive interactions because all those people have been long blocked and banned. And the other good news is that's good because when I tweet something and people tell me I see people being negative, I'm like, I don't see it. That means that no newcomers are actually being negative because I would still see them, right? The bottom line.
Salud is also a Spanish thing.
It's that same.
Come on, guys.
Like 1,000 people.
I'm fucking Spanish, guys. Come on.
Just so fucked in the head and so negative over stuff. In regards to me, that they slam me and stuff, but they're all gone. Like I blocked or banned them all. I don't see any of that shit anymore. And also, there were a few people who were other YouTubers who were bringing negative influence to my social media.
No, it's not
quit
online.
Social media,
okay.
So that was a big boom too. Kate cheered, says, cheers to you. I'm proud of you. Thank you, Kate. And AES cheered. He said, I finally started to play Kingdom Hearts 1 pretty good so far. The ship mechanics are a pain in the ass. I agree. The gummy ship is a pain in the ass. All right.
I am Canadian.
Now, the last thing I have to talk about, sadly, guys, is not good news. It's shitty news.
Aww.
And the thing is, much like a lot of the times
Depression?
when I talk about these
is
things,
this it? Are we finally there?
Specifics right now. I wish I could. Imagine last year if when all the tax stuff.
He hits you with the teaser. I need to talk about something, but I can't talk about it. So why the fuck are you talking about it? Why even bring it up? Like you want me to feel bad for you, but also you want to hype up what I'm supposed to feel bad for you for. Like, bruh, what the fuck?
News. It's shitty news.
Shitty news.
And the thing is, much like a lot of the times when I talk about these things, I can't give you any specifics.
But I can't talk about it. It's just shitty. Just know that I have a shitty thing happening to me. What is it? I'm not going to tell you. I can't tell you.
Right now. I
just know that you have to feel bad for me.
Wish I could. Imagine last year if when all the tax stuff was going on, if I told you the whole situation before it had even been determined what was going on, it would have been a nightmare. People would have trolled me and everything. All right. The other night I made a tweet. And I said, after almost losing DSP Gaming, something else negative really happened, and it was killing me in my head, and I wanted a way. I was asking people, how can you just relax? Is there a way meditation? Does anyone have suggestions on how to relax? Because it was really
depression.
There was something on my mind that was bothering me, and I needed to relax. And a lot of people are like, what is it? What is this news? And like I said, I can't really tell you guys. I can't really tell you.
$300? Yo, he just got $300.
At all.
From Anonymous.
What the situation is around it. Because I'm not sure what the situation is. What I can tell you is the following, all right, before we even get into it, all right? What I can tell you is the following. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm facing a situation where I have done absolutely nothing wrong. Now, if I actually had done something wrong, I would fess up to it, But I'm in a situation. No, it's not taxes. Thank God it's not.
Wait, which one was this? Which fucking tragedy was this that he was trying to beg for money over?
Fuck, if it were taxes, I would lose my hair right now. I'd probably go instantaneously.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
I'm in a situation where I've done nothing wrong. I've been told I've done nothing wrong, and I'm not in the.
Oh, Curse! It's Curse. I think it's Curse. The management partner
wrong,
thing.
But very shortly, I may be having a very negative consequence. Okay.
Dude, this is when he was straight up lying to people yet again.
Basically, an action that's going to be taken against me that I can't help. There's really I have no control over it. I have no real factor in the determination of what's going to happen. And I have no way to solve the problem. Okay? I know that's incredibly vague, and I did that on purpose because this is a developing situation. I'm in a situation. Holy shit, I got a giant tip. Wow. All right, I'm going to do a shout out to that in a moment. I'm in the middle of something serious. Thank you, whoever did that.
Dude, it's $300.
Thank you very much. But let me finish this up before I get to that giant tip that I was just given. Holy crap. I'm in a situation.
So he's setting people up because Curse that year in 2018, later that year, post-June, I guess, dropped a bunch of channels that weren't making them enough money. That was it. They were just dropping smaller channels because they were cutting back. And DSP got an email about it earlier that year. By now, June 8, 14. And then when he got dropped, he blamed it on him being reported too much. Even though it happened to a bunch of smaller channels. He tried to blame it on trolls somehow, even though it had nothing to do with that.
And where it might not. We're not to that point yet. I just want to let everyone know it's not doom and gloom right now. It's not. And right now, I'm coming to my streams every day with a feeling of positivity and fun, and I want to keep that going. But I'm in a situation where things could be very uncertain again very soon. And I know it sucks because every time there's a hurdle, I fight it, I jump over it, there's another hurdle. I just said this last week. I said with DSP Gaming, right? I was in a tax situation, the tax situation's resumed, the DSP Gaming gets suspended, DSP Gaming comes back, and now this. And it's like, I never have a day when I could just sleep soundly and say, wow, I don't have back taxes that I owe and I'm behind on.
You just told us you live with your soulmate and you love being with her, and she's a great asset. And you're telling me you don't sleep soundly at night? Really?
On any bills. I don't have to worry about my bank account.
Like, none of this would matter if you were happy with your soulmate, right? Because that's the love of your life.
Overdrawn. No one's trolling me and trying to shut down all my content and my channels. I'm not in jeopardy of losing my Twitch streams. I'm not in jeopardy of losing my YouTube channel. I haven't had a night of sleep without stress like that since I moved here.
All right.
So that's over 4 straight years. All right? 4 straight fucking years where my life's kind of been like this. And I know I hate it. I always say it's a roller coaster ride of drama, and I don't want it. I don't want the drama. But the bottom line is, I was contacted last week by a party, and I was told that there's something.
It was Curse, the management partnership network,
in the works. That's not a definite, but if this does actually happen, which again has nothing to do with me, nothing I've done wrong at all, all right, could very negatively affect me in a big way, in particular money-wise. And I'm like, I just got past the tax situation, right? I'm just at the point. Back taxes are paid. Now I can work only on the federal taxes. I can focus positively on this situation and not have to worry. And then I get this news again. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And I had a board right now. I would punch right through it like a fucking karate master. Because I'm just so angry that I can't ever have rest.
Oh, so that's related to... So speaking of what we were speaking about before, the DSP throwback KO Gaming... So that actually happened a month from now. Or at least now, I mean this video now. June 14th. It happened maybe 2 weeks after this. Curse dropped him. And because his Google AdSense was banned for him saying click on the ads, that's what he got banned for. He was worried that he couldn't monetize his videos without a management partner network or whatever. That's what got him banned off YouTube, DSP Gaming. He had to he made a dummy Google AdSense, and then when he activated it, he got banned on YouTube for YouTube thought it was spamming. They thought he was a spam channel because of how many videos he had. So that's related back, in case you're wondering. It's related to the throwback KO Gaming thing that we mentioned earlier.
Why can't I just be here and enjoy what I'm doing? I know I hate it. I'm tired of talking about the fucking money. I'm tired of it. And it's not anything you guys did wrong, and it's nothing
No, the Laveria thing was way before this. That was in 2016.
Did wrong. You can't fix it. I can't fix it. It's just a fucked up situation, okay? And that's pretty much the most I can tell you at this point.
Thank you.
Every time he sighs, he should have a stroke.
Yeah, if only, dude. Thank you, Meth Bear, for the 2. I don't condone that message, but I don't disagree either. In Minecraft.
The only silver lining here to all of this is that it may not happen. It's not a given. It's not a definite. It's a maybe. But I'm being told that it's something that if it does happen, could happen as soon as this week and would basically start affecting me within a couple of months. And it's to the point where it's like, now, again, how am I going to know? Am I making enough to even just pay my basic bills, let alone taxes? Am I going to make enough money to cover my stuff? And I don't want to put this burden on you guys. I want you to understand the reason I'm telling you this is not because now I expect that people will say, oh, Phil's in trouble, let me throw him money. That's not the point. The point is I just went through an hour-long segment explaining to you guys everything going on with me. And I want to be upfront and honest with you now that we're on a podcast where this is not going to negatively affect the gameplay stream. I want to get it off my chest so you guys know what's going on behind the scenes. I'm not going to bring this up often. And if and when something does finally go into effect, which it won't be immediate. So even if I find out it's going to happen, the effect probably won't be immediate. Okay?
Okay.
So I will let you guys know, moving forward, what happens when I have definitive information and when it's the right time. Right now is not the right time, but just so you guys know, I am stressed out. And again, another situation on top of another fucking
He's
situation.
setting up the depression
And
segment. Trust me.
It's just
coming
ridiculous
soon.
that my life never settles. I told my parents about it. My mom was like speechless. She's like, it's like, what did you do in your life to deserve this? She's like, did you mass murder some people that I don't know about, you know, or did you burn down a village in Nicaragua? Huh? Were you an oil baron somewhere and you just plowed through a fucking rainforest? You know what I mean? Like, what did you do? Because it's just nuts that it's always something. There's always something.
What did you do,
know?
Phil?
And
are you a bad person?
I just don't know, man. It sucks. But that being said, all right, I'm going to do my best to stay positive. I'm going to do my best to put out entertaining
Do I think he plans sagas
for you guys on a daily basis? Like I said, I'm not going to be bringing this subject up often. I know that when the tax situation happened last
I don't think so, but I think he plays up shit. Like this curse thing. He played it up. He lied about it. Like, because when it happened, he said that trolls caused it, when that just wasn't true. Curse was just cutting costs, so they were dropping creators that were making less money for them. Or no money, in his case.
You guys got just so tired of hearing about it, and I agree with you. I don't want this to become a personal burden for you guys constantly or anything like that. All right. So there you go, guys. The bottom line is, I'll let you know if and when stuff develops and when I can talk about it. I can't right now, but the best thing that you can do is just keep doing what you're doing. Come on out to the streams daily, enjoy them, have fun, participate, make it a fun social, experience. Tell other people how good it is on streams, and that's not how other people negatively say it is. And hopefully things will continue to grow. If my Twitch keeps growing, hopefully no matter what this ends up being financially, then maybe it won't matter, right? But the bottom line is we got to keep that positivity and keep the growth going. If it gets stagnant, or if I fuck up and I do something bad, or if drama happens and people don't like the streams anymore, then that's going to be negative for everyone all around. So that's why I don't want that. I don't want this to become the Phil drama show every day. Let's hear the new update on taxes. Let's hear. The good thing is it's not taxes. Thank God I can finally stop.
I like that that's what he says he doesn't want to happen, when that's what he's been. By this point, he's already been that for like 5 years. And then he's still that since then. People just show up to laugh at him and see what happens next, dude. You're already that.
Saying the fucking term taxes, right?
All right, cool. I hope I don't become that.
So that being said, even when I have more info for you guys, I'll let you know. Right now, it's way too early for me to say anything, but I will let you know, okay? Shout-outs. And then it's time for a break. The first segment's over. That took an hour to get through.
Shout-outs.
So let's do some shout-outs, guys.
What's next?
First of all, I got an anonymous $300 tip. Holy shit. Thank you, whoever did that. Thank you. I am incredibly appreciative.
Hey, it's like my alert. Thank you. Thank you, Penitent Sin. Speaking of thanking you. Thank you so much for becoming a member.
Thank you, whoever did that.
Whoever did that, Penitent.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I am incredibly appreciative. That is a crazy huge contribution. And I mean, did I expect that on today's podcast? Of course I didn't. Thank you very much. Actually, their message, they said, here's what they said in the tip. They said,
What'd they say?
Happy Summer Xmas. But it was anonymous. So, I mean, obviously, thank you. I just wish that maybe you had gotten a little bit more out of it. Hopefully, my daily gameplay streams and the stuff I put out, you feel is enough to to warrant that kind of a contribution.
Bro, why do you think they gave you 300? Because they're stupid.
Wow. Thank you.
Doesn't matter
what
you
help?
say.
Yes, that's going to help huge. So thank you very much. Okay. Then shout out to
he doesn't even give a shit. He just got $300 and he's acting like it was a $1 tip.
Fosh 27, who cheered and said, "I've noticed most of the sub emotes are negative. Can we have more positive ones?" Listen, if you guys ever have suggestions on new emotes or new content in general for the
Hey,
stream,
yeah, guys, make them for me.
I'm all ears.
I see you're complaining. Make it for me, bitch.
You know, people all the time. People in particular, there were 3 emotes that weren't being used a lot, and people said, Phil, you play Street Fighter. You said you're going to be playing Street Fighter at least once a week moving forward with the new collection. Can we get some Street Fighter emotes? And we did. We ended up getting all these new Street Fighter related emotes that people use all the time and like. I'm open. I'm all ears. If there's emotes you guys feel don't get used and you want to have more positive style emotes, let me know. I'd be more than happy to work with people like Popsicle.
What were the emotes? I think he had a "Why Am I Toxic" emote.
He made some really awesome emotes for this channel.
Nothing I Could Do was one of them.
I'd be more than happy to listen. I am very receptive to feedback.
I think that's
put it that way.
They're referring to.
Shout out to oh my
Fly
goodness,
Eagles
it's a
fly.
very long name.
Right.
Dalila Green Runner Teacher 49. There you go. He's a shot chat. All right, very nice. Thank you.
Cool,
Chris
thank
Puncho,
you.
to me $5. He says, "This is out of the subject. I remember watching your Assassin's Creed 2 playthrough in 2010 for part 1. I literally did the last part. I couldn't buy and play it myself because I was still in high school.
All right, I don't care. I don't care. Fuck your Assassin's Creed. Don't give a fuck.
Someone pregnant or something. Nope, that's not it.
What?
Alice, another source, Rex Cheer, he said, babynames.com. This has nothing to do with babies. I know people are speculating in the stream chat. Phil got someone pregnant or something. Nope, that's not.
And let's get the elephant out of the room. The elephant in the room out of the way. Cat is not pregnant.
Alice Telemon.
I still can't believe that's like the first thing he said when she showed up on camera.
Excuse me, I jumped the gun.
That's
Getting
crazy.
Destroyed. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Getting Destroyed, for the sub.
It's like a parody.
Atlas Telemon cheered. He says maybe you could do an IRL stream where you talk chronologically about your entire Street Fighter history and experiences.
Okay, this is worthless.
25-bit cheer. Thank you, Apollo Ram.
Bitch
All right,
here.
ladies and gentlemen, I've been talking for.
Okay, part 1's done. Part 2 we're gonna skip because it's just E3. He just talks. Wait, you gotta see the intro again. You gotta. Sweet. Okay. E3, we're just gonna like skip. You'll see it's worthless.
It actually be my very first ever Dragon Quest game that I'm gonna cover.
Alright, he's gonna play Dragon Quest.
Here's what I think. So the name of the game is Death Stranding.
Alright, Death Stranding.
That in this game, how long do you play the same shit with no NPCs till you get bored, right?
Fallout 76. I already know what he's talking about. Let's see.
Awesome cheered. He said 35 million players on Mixer and growing. Wow. And
wow.
Guy.
What's next?
So first of all, there's a guy. He's white.
What? Oh, is this the I'm Japanese?
The actual auditorium.
I think this is the I'm Japanese,
with that
right?
same thing. Finally, when the people leave the barn and they go into the actual auditorium where it's going to be the rest of the presentation and they sit down, what the fuck was up with that woodwind guy? So first of all, there's a guy. He's white. He's white. He's not Asian. He's white. Yet he's dressed in traditional Asian garb. And he's playing an Asian-style woodwind instrument, obviously part of the Japanese culture, because the game that he's doing it for is Ghost of Tsushima. And he goes... He wasn't even like I've heard a nice woodwind. He goes...
This is great, too, in context, because that dude is like one of the only dudes on the planet who could play that instrument. But he's white, dude. Don't you know you're not allowed? You can't touch it.
He wasn't even like I've heard a nice woodwind.
It has to be like doo-doo-loo.
Doo-doo.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. That means it's good.
It wasn't even like that.
It wasn't like that.
Woo! It sounded like an elephant was drowning. It was like, what the fuck is this? Now, number one, he's not even Asian. He's not even like an authentic guy who, this is part of my culture.
What?
And I grew up with this as part of my people's tradition, and that's how I learned this instrument. It's some white guy.
Some
Dressed
white guy.
like an Asian.
Some white guy. One of the few dudes on the planet Earth who can play the instrument.
Tradition, and that's how I learned this instrument. It's some white guy. Dressed like an Asian guy, playing this woodwind. It's like...
Alright.
Oh,
shout-outs to my white guys.
Boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. And kill me now. Just show me the games. Okay. 2 more things. And then we'll go... We'll give
this is a good...
He wasn't even like I've heard a nice woodwind. He goes...
I thought he goes like... I'm Japanese. Where is that? Oh, it's here. It's here.
Guy. Here. So first of all, there's a guy. He's white.
Wait, where is it?
He's white.
Where does he do it? Shit. I thought it was here. Wasn't it?
Tsushima. And he goes... He wasn't even like I've heard a nice woodwind. He goes...
Alright. I don't know where it is.
It wasn't even like that. He was just like... It sounded like an elephant was drowning.
Alright, next. Okay, so that's the E3. I'm actually glad I accidentally found that, because I did not plan that whatsoever.
That we want to play these games, and we make... I mean, Elder Scrolls 6. Here's a generic mountainside camera view and a logo. Bye-bye. Have a good night. Well, fuck.
Dude, it's been 6 years, and there's no update on Elder Scrolls.
At least let me know how long...
Except for Starfield. We know it's gonna suck.
Bills and towards taxes. That's the most important. It doesn't matter if I have a 4K TV and I have a PS4 Pro if my house is getting taken away from me by the government because I didn't pay my taxes this year.
Alright, if only, dude. Fingers crossed. I hope that happens. Okay, now, it's the main event. The Depression segment. Thank you, VLX, for the 2.
Phil calling on the Oompa Loompas. Postal horn.
Yeah, exactly. He's doing that fucking sound. And Rebsy, thank you.
How is he not cancelled?
Oh, it's because, like, nobody expects anything from him. That's why, Rebsy. He's so irrelevant that it's just like, oh, well, he said something stupid again. Yep, that's DSP. Haha, that's the thing. Nobody cares about what he says.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my podcast. This is part 3 for June 14th, 2018.
Okay,
so if you didn't
it's
see the first 2
depression
parts,
time,
if you're watching
boys.
this on YouTube, go check them out. They're separate videos. If you did, good stuff. If you're here live on stream, welcome back from the break. This will be the 3rd and final segment of the show. I don't have any more time outside of this. I got about an hour left to finish the show. 2 things we're going to be talking about in this final segment. Number 1 will be a run-through of the gaming schedule for the rest of the year and early 2019 to let you guys know what games I'm interested in playing.
Okay.
And then I'm going to have a serious discussion about depression. All right. There you go. Enough said. All right. Let's begin with the gaming schedule calendar update. E3 is coming.
Gaming schedule. Get the fuck out of here, gaming schedule.
I'm on the fence about it, okay?
I don't give a fuck.
Next year, and that's a good thing. So feeling good
Shut
about
up. I don't care. The hell?
but it's always like that. January, February, good. So really, the gaming landscape is looking quite good for I talk about around here. All right. God. All right. Time for the stretch.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, what a stretch. That was a good one, huh? All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get serious. It's time to stop screwing around here. All right. I know that when I get on the podcast, sometimes I get a little silly, and, I talk about things that could be humorous or whatever, but every once in a while I do tackle a serious topic. So today I do want to tackle a serious topic, real talk, not joking or anything here. This is something that's very serious. It affects thousands of people across the globe. It's something that, sadly, unlike, you get a cut, you break a leg, you break your toe, those are things that can be cured or fixed. Sadly, there are afflictions that aren't like that. Things that stick with you for forever. Things that you have to live to manage and learn to live with because they're life-changing things, right? And the reason in particular that I want to talk about this subject today, even though I could have talked about it any time in the past 10 freaking years that I put out content for the internet, is because we've seen high-profile people, celebrities, who are affected by this. And we've lost a few of them recently, to apparent, we don't know 100% confirmed, but apparent suicide, right?
Uh-oh.
And when you are an outsider to something like this disease, and you don't really understand it because you're not affected by it yourself, and you see a situation.
I just noticed that he did that. I know I'm pausing, but dude, I want to hear this again.
To apparent, we don't know 100% confirmed, but apparent suicide, right? And when you are an outsider to something like this disease, and you don't really
by the way
understand it because you're not affected by it yourself, and you see
like this dude is, think about this. Take a step back. This dude does not have depression. He doesn't know what it feels like. He doesn't understand it. He has no fucking idea. And here he is on the internet pretending that he's in the know.
Misfortune befalls humans. Philip Byrne almost affected.
Yeah, the misfortune always is the money part. Whatever makes him, whenever he gets depressed, it has to do with money. But here he is, piggybacking off of celebrities, doing what they do because of depression or whatever reason, and he's pretending that he's in the club, he's part of the, he's down with the struggle. He's part of it. What kind of person, do you have to be to do that? This guy, apparently, with his piggy nose right now. That's crazy. It's crazy, because we know he doesn't have it. I refuse to believe it. Nobody believes him.
This situation. I'll give you a perfect example recently. Kate Spade. Maybe we may not even know who she is. I know who she is because I see her stores and her products everywhere. Kate Spade, a very famous designer of women's clothing, purses, merchandise. She has a worldwide presence. Her products can be bought.
I guess Kat buys Kate Spade stuff
in any major department store, outlet, boutique kind of stuff, anywhere across the globe. She's a multi-millionaire. She might even be a billionaire. I'm not sure. She might be a billionaire. And she has a store. There was just a store just opened of hers near me at an outlet mall. Okay, Kate Spade, her name. And recently she passed away. She committed suicide. And you hear a story like that, and you're like, this woman had it all, right? She's filthy rich, world renowned, okay? Probably didn't have any issues when it came to finances or health or anything like that. When it came to physical health, oh no, I gotta go to the doctor. Not a problem. You're filthy rich. You can pay for whatever you want, right?
What?
She was apparently married by all reports, a happy marriage and all of that.
What do you mean apparently?
And
they didn't know?
Then you hear this and you're like, what the hell? Why would someone like that commit suicide, take their own life?
Like this, what? You have money? Like, why would you be depressed with money?
That's just
like as if money is the thing that makes you like shouldn't make you depressed.
It's unfathomable for some of us, right? To think why, that person's literally, that's the person you would want to be. One day you would aspire to be that successful and that have your name be a worldwide name that's recognized, right? Another example just happened this last week, Anthony Bourdain. Here's a guy who's a well-known television personality. He used to be a chef, and now he's become a person on Netflix and other things, doing shows like, oh my God, am I going to have a brain fart now and not be able to remember the name of his shows? I'm sure you guys know the name of Anthony Bourdain's television shows.
Really, thank you.
It's a disorder, not a disease. Dumb love.
Dumb love. Yeah, thank you, Revsy. We'll get there. Thank you so much for the 2. It's coming up.
What, something boundary? Oh my God.
All right.
What is it? Parts unknown, right? Is it parts unknown?
Look at this dude. He reads it in the chat, and then pretends like he remembered.
Yeah, like he has several series. He has series on Netflix. He had series on regular TV. He's had very successful television series. The guy's in his 60s. Again, filthy rich.
Filthy rich. Key word, dude.
As baller as possible.
As if money is the only thing that should protect you from being depressed. He had money? Why was he depressed? Huh?
Has all reports in a relationship with a very attractive, woman.
What?
Loved, having, everything's successful, everything's good. Why would this guy just apparently commit suicide? What on earth? Right? And the thing is, he has active shows on television. No Reservations and Parts Unknown. Thank you guys, because I got him confused. I was like, something reservations, but I thought it was no. Yes, he has 2 shows. No Reservations and Parts Unknown. One's on the Travel Channel, I believe.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
I think one's either on CNN. I think he has a show on Netflix.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
So, what on earth could happen? Now, the bottom line is, we only know as much as we're told.
Thank you, good God, no for the 5, dude.
Now guys, we unfortunately lost Anthony Bourdain recently. So anyway, I'm gonna need more support.
That's pretty much what he's doing. Like, feel bad for me because I'm down with the struggle. I'm a depression tourist, like Lackey Bracky said. I'm just gonna fucking piggyback off of this hot button topic, quote unquote. I think that's something he actually said. Or he's gonna say it. And let me pretend that I'm down with depression.
I'm sure these people, right, have things going on in their lives that aren't perfect. I'm sure these, even if you're filthy rich, that does not make you immune to having all kinds of shit go wrong in your life.
That's why you
trust
bring
me,
it
as
up,
someone
right?
who for 2 or 3 years was making big bank, it doesn't mean life is perfect. There's still.
Look at this motherfucker. Look at this motherfucker.
That does not make you immune to having all kinds of shit go wrong in your life. Trust me, as someone who for 2 or 3 years was making big bank, it doesn't mean life is perfect. There's still shit that can happen behind the scenes and everything. But in general, the topic I want to discuss to end my podcast this week, or this month, whenever you want to say, is depression. All right, depression is not a joke.
Thank you, Ramen Brahmin, for the 5.
This is one of the few things that makes me act angry. For someone who says he has depression, he can't emphasize that people hide negative feelings.
Yeah, he's acting like as if you're successful and you have money, you can't have other issues in your life. You can't have other problems. Like, the money should solve everything. Because look, you have money. I don't have money, and when I don't have money, I get sad. And he thinks that's depression. So he thinks someone with money shouldn't have depression because, you have money.
It's not something to be joked about, by the way. Even though you'll have comedians who are self-deprecating and they'll joke about their own depression and whatever, in reality, it's a very serious issue. And if you don't take it seriously, it could really negatively affect your life, the lives of others, to the point where if it's untreated and or unmanaged, it could result in death. Okay? Real talk. That's the bottom line. It's not. Some people, I hear such crazy misconceptions about depression. I hear people say things like, oh, that's just someone who just loves to feel sorry for themselves. Just ignore them. They're just going to be over there and be negative about everything no matter what, right?
Yes.
I've heard that. I actually heard about 2-3 months ago on social media. It wasn't 2-3 months ago. It was about last year, I think, on social media, on Twitter. There was a guy, some MMA fighter. I don't recall the guy's name. He wasn't a notable guy who I recognized, but the guy had like 100,000 followers, and he was verified on Twitter. And the guy apparently is rich. He's got a beautiful Adonis-like body, right? He's got a hot girlfriend or wife or whatever. So his life's perfect.
Why did you bring that up?
And he literally said on his Twitter feed.
Wait, what? Apparently, hold on.
Rich. He's got a beautiful Adonis-like body, right? He's got a.
All right. Of course, he had to mention that.
Hot girlfriend or wife or whatever. So his life's perfect. And he literally.
But like, dude, what do you mean his life's perfect? Because with your logic, money should make it less, like, should not make you depressed. So, like, if you're saying that these people had money, so, like, they shouldn't have been depressed, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to make a connection that I can't finish.
Fully said on his Twitter feed, he says the following: people who are depressed just need to get out of that rut in their life. Depression isn't really an illness. It's just that people are not having good things for them, and therefore, you know, they're stuck in this negative rut. But if you really work hard and you're determined to get out of that negativity, instead of focusing on it and saying, woe is me, you can overcome depression and you can beat it and all of this. And he says this to his, you know, hundreds of thousands of followers. And I started reading, being someone, you know, me, someone who actually has suffered from depression and still have it. You know, that's another thing I should say right up front to you guys who never experienced depression.
This was pre-Andrew Tate, Invisible Mute. This was a long time before that.
Don't know anything about it. Depression, even though some people claim to be cured of it.
I remember who he's talking about. I don't know the dude's name, but I remember the tweet. I remember this whole drama happening.
Never experienced depression or don't know anything about it. Depression, even though some people claim to be cured of it, at least in my experience, it does not
cured of it.
Not go away.
Who the fuck says I'm cured of my depression?
Depression is something that when you get it, it's there with you forever. And there's ways to manage it, and there's ways to forget about it, and ways to not bring attention to it, and basically focus on the positive things in life. But
no,
I think the best way that I can describe it is kind of like a little passenger that's always along for the ride and always is going to be there. And I know that sounds really fucking weird, because I think it sounds weird too, but it's true. Like, I'm going to tell you some stuff in this segment that's going to be fucked up. Trust me. You're going to be like, really? If you don't have depression, you're going to, what, really? Yeah, some of the things I'm about to say are going to blow your mind. But it's true. Like, it's not a person's fault.
Was he ever clinically depressed? No. This is all self-Zyker. This is all self-diagnosed depression. He's never been to speak to someone who has diagnosed him with it. Ever.
Who has depression that they...
This is all just, like, anecdotes and factoids that he brings up about things that he feels sad about. It's not diagnosed at all. Good God, no thank you.
Don't let depression take your life, because I'm gonna need your ongoing financial support.
Jesus. Or else he'll do the same. Big ups, dude. Thank you for the fun.
Have it. This fucking guy on social media, it's your fault because you let yourself be a failure in life and you didn't work hard enough to get out of that failure and you gave yourself this woe is me attitude, and that's not depression. That's you feeling so, you know?
It's like a TikTok self-diagnosis. Exactly. He's like a TikTok teenager who has ADHD and Tourette's and spasms and shit. I'm like bipolar.
What the fuck?
It's like a fucking TikToker.
What an awful, terrible,
that's DSP.
Horrible thing to say to someone who's suffering from the disease, because you basically turned them into a guilty. They're guilty. They've done something wrong and they're guilty, and that's why they have this illness. That's not the case. There's people, yes, absolutely. There's people who have guilt over things and that gives them depression. There's people who just get it. It could be hormonal. It could be just wires crossed wrong in your fucking head. You know, you can't place blame for someone getting an illness like this because it's not necessarily something that's resulting in that someone did something wrong or was not determined enough, didn't work hard enough. You know what I mean?
I think in this case, DSP, you can put blame on yourself because you don't have depression. This is just you being a woe is me asshole. You're being a TikToker. That's what you're being. Like, this self-diagnosed depression is purely just you thinking that you have it. And you're convincing yourself that you have depression, even though you're just sad because you don't have money. Just listen, we'll get into it. But every time he gets sad, it's because he doesn't have money. And he says he gets depressed.
It's like the worst possible thing, all right, that you could say about it is that it's someone's fault. And, you know, that's ridiculously bad.
All right, take a sip. Let's go.
Okay, so people now are going to argue with me about semantics because they're being jerks and street. It's not a disease, it's a disorder. All right, it's a disorder. It's not what I'm talking about. We're jerks and street. It's not a disease, it's a disorder. All right, it's a disorder. It's not what I'm talking about. We're not here to argue semantics and shit. All right, we're here to talk.
You see, someone who was diagnosed with depression from a real doctor wouldn't get that pissy about it and probably would know that it's a disorder and not a disease. This motherfucker called it a disease for like 20 minutes. Gets called out for it and immediately fucking gets defensive. Because he totally has depression, guys. Obviously.
Now are going to argue with me about semantics because they're being jerks in the street. It's not a disease, it's a disorder. All right, it's a disorder. It's not what I'm talking about. We're not here to argue semantics and shit. All right, we're here to talk real turkey about what this is, this disorder. I'll call it a disorder. Oh, for the little Nancys who might get offended that I said disease instead of disorder. Oh my God.
The Nancys.
So, the bottom line is it could just be as small as a self-doubt. All right, that balloons into something way worse. It could be something that actually happens because of something negative in your life. So it could be, you know, you're confident about something and all of a sudden one day you don't feel confident and you start building up this big ball of negativity about not being confident anymore, right? Or it could be you're super confident about something and you fail, and now because you face this adversity, now you get this big ball of, man, I'm not good enough, and I'm never going to be good enough to do what
I had to do it to them.
Say that again? Thank you, good God, no for the 5. I want to hear him say that again.
People that have depression don't advertise it.
Exactly.
They mask it because they care about literally everybody else more than they care about
Yeah,
themselves.
like he would not have this whole segment about it. He would not even mention it. He would not even bring it up unless he was being treated for it or something, medicated. I don't even know. Even then, like, bro, what are you doing? Also, this is a good part too. Listen to this.
Big ball of, man, I'm not good enough, and I'm never going to be good enough to do.
What did you say?
This big ball of, man, I'm not good enough, and I'm never going to be good enough to do what I thought I could do.
Be careful, Phil. The camera's on.
It could be that I'm never going to be good enough to do what I thought I could do. It could be based off of many different factors. Physical appearance.
Phil's a what?
Intelligence level, financial level, skill level at any kind of a challenge in your life. It could be a mental one. It could be a physical one. It could be anything. That's what I mean. Like when people say depression in general, that's a very generalized term. This could be a disorder that forms from so many different pieces of a puzzle that could create this inside of a person. All right.
Yeah. This is weird because he's acting like depression always has a cause. Like he brought up, you're excited about something, and then it goes badly, so you become depressed. Like that's not depression. That's just kind of you being disappointed and sad and upset by it. That doesn't mean you have depression. It's not like a cause and effect kind of thing. It's not something like you don't, oh, I missed my bus today. Now I'm depressed now. I'm going to be depressed. What? That's not how that works.
General, it usually comes from a moment of negativity, a moment of weakness. Even though it should be said that, like I just said, you could be the richest person on the planet, the happiest person on the planet with absolutely everything that you would ever want, and you could still suffer from it. You could still be like, man, I feel terrible about this or that, okay? Now, what I can tell...
Depression is I feel terrible about this or that.
Really, thank you.
Hey, Rebsy, with the 2.
Walk on a beach and don't come back.
Why did it cut off your message? Take a walk on a beach and don't come back. Yeah, like Howard Hamlin.
Tell you. Is my
walk into the ocean, buddy.
Own experience, all right?
Spoilers.
My own experience with it.
Not really.
And how it's affected my life.
Shut up.
Okay? And how I've dealt with it. Because really, the thing is, it's different for everyone. That's another thing I should say. It's different for everyone. This is not a universal thing that's identical. Every single person is different, okay? Every single person on planet Earth is different to begin with. But everyone who goes through this and has it has to deal with it differently because everyone might have it to a different extent and for a different reason. There are some people who definitively, if you get rid of the problem, maybe it'll go away for them. And there's other people, if you get rid of the problem, it will never go away. Okay?
What?
It'll always just fucking be there.
Like your depression goes away if you get rid of the... What the fuck is he even talking about? It's like I said, oh, I missed my bus, so I'm depressed, but I catch the next bus, so then I'm not depressed anymore. I don't think that's how that works, DSP. What are you talking about? This sounds so stupid.
There's different options and different things you could do to negate that or to mitigate that is what I meant to say. Okay?
Depression cured. I got on the next bus. Okay? What?
All right.
Hello?
And by the way, I see people are cheering. I'm not going to read those because I want to focus on what I'm talking about. All right? I do. This is serious. Right. I just want to get through this before anything. Okay?
Okay.
So...
Pretend to know about depression.
Said, in my case, back in high school, I started having feelings, of self-doubt and things like that. And that's normal. When you're in high school, that's like the time of your life when you're just riddled with emotions and you're in the middle of puberty and all these changes, life changes are going on in your life. And you feel these weird feelings back and forth, like maybe you're not good enough or whatever. What? And, that's fine. But for me, I can tell you guys, without actually just telling you the full extent of it, I was on a cocktail of medications. Okay? Hey. And 1 or 2 of the medications...
Thank you, Meth Bear, for the 2.
Such negative, how disappoint. Wow. R.I.P. Doge.
I love that wow. Wow. Yeah, rest in peace, Doge. The Doge meme. one of DSP's favorite, or Cat's, one of them. I don't know. Remember when he said Doge? But also, this is really stupid.
Without actually telling you the full extent of it, I was on a cocktail of medications, okay? And
nice
one or two of the medications, known side effects were that it could cause depression, but I didn't know that because I didn't read the side effects. I was just trusting my people who were making these decisions for me. And so I ended up taking this medication that literally within like 2 months of me taking the medication, my whole personality was changing. Okay, I went from this like more positive, happy-go-lucky kind of a guy to more of like a dark, a brooding kind of guy, and
he's like
I felt in my head that I'm never gonna have success. It doesn't matter how much I work at life or how much I do, that I'm gonna be worthless. You know, girls will never like me. You know, it's just real negativity, a big everything, just negative, 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 negative. Okay,
so it's pretty interesting too, because literally like 2 minutes ago, literally 2 minutes, he was saying depression doesn't have to be caused by something. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. It just happens. But now he's blaming pills. So he took a cocktail of medications which gave him depression, but the depression only shows up when something happens to him.
How success I had, I would do great in school, you know, go on a date with a girl or whatever, go to, you know, hang out with my friends, having fun, and I would be the outgoing kind of happy-go-lucky guy. But that was my outer appearance. Inside, in my head, it was literally the opposite.
Like this doesn't sound like depression to me. This kind of sounds like you were a loser. You had no real friends, and you knew that nobody was really your friend. That's kind of what it sounds like.
I felt like I was worthless, like I wasn't a friendly guy, like people were just bullshitting me. I wasn't a good guy. I wasn't
because
funny.
That's what was happening.
I wasn't attractive. None of those things mattered. It was all bullshit in my head, you know, because that's what it does to you. It eats you from the inside. It's kind of like they say a toxic thing or a virus. It'll eat your psyche from the inside and make you feel like no matter what you do out in the real world isn't really happening, or is it just futile? It's not gonna last.
What?
That you're still eventually gonna fail. You're still eventually gonna have this big negative thing happen to you. Okay.
What?
Now the good news is, eventually I got off the medication and I stopped. I mean, I could tell you. I mean, real talk. When I was in high school, at one point I was to the point where I was losing it. I wanted to either go do something drastic or go nuts. There was a girl who I was like obsessed.
What? Huh?
Go do something drastic.
What the fuck does that mean?
Or, go nuts. There was a girl who I was like obsessed with for a while, and I really do feel like the reason was because of the medication I was taking, and it wasn't because
What the hell were you gonna do to that girl? Was it the Latina?
Actually was legitimately liked that girl. It was just the meds were fucking with my head.
What?
And so I was thinking of doing crazy shit. All right. Once the meds ran out, it kind of went away.
What
but
the fuck?
That nagging feeling
God.
back here never went away. So my whole life, everything that I've strived to do, everything that I tried to turn into a pot. I say a lot of times I'm the king of hate, right? I'm the guy that when people talk down to me and they say I can't do something and I'm a piece of crap, and I use that negativity, I use that toxicity to fuel me, right? To say, no, I'm going to persevere. I'm going to punch through the boundaries. I'm going to become
Mr. Mitoker, by the way, just subscribed.
That person. That
what does this have to do with depression? The king
they say
of
I
hate.
can't be, and I'm going to be successful no matter what. But even though I have done that,
thank you, good God, no.
Tell us more about your obsession with Panda while you were in high school, Phil. Was her preschool right next to your high school?
Dude. I don't condone that message, but it's funny. Thank you, good God, no.
there's still this back here.
Oh, great, classic.
And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me
it's
that I'm a
WWE
bad person.
Champions time.
It's telling me that I don't deserve any success. It's telling me that I'm ugly. It's telling me that I'm fat. It's telling me that I'm gross. It's telling me that I'm not funny.
Fat, gross.
It's telling me that I'm ugly. It's telling me that I'm fat. It's telling me that I'm gross. It's telling me that I'm not funny, that I'm worthless, that I'm a sellout, that I'm a shill, that I'm a piece of crap, that I don't deserve any kind of positivity. I don't deserve my girlfriend. I don't deserve the love of my parents. I don't deserve to live.
Facts, bro. Facts. Spit bars, dude. You should listen to that neck. Listen to that neck of yours, dude. Where's the lie? Where's the lie? That was fucking bars. That was facts.
And it's there. And it never fucking goes away. It doesn't matter how much you try. You know, for me at least, I've never been able, you know.
Yeah, great point, Only Ice Kit Kat. I was going to get to that. He's just describing insecurity, not depression. This just shows that he's very insecure and he's constantly thinking about what others see, how others perceive him and how he perceives himself or how he thinks others are perceiving him. It all has to do with like looks or status or money or, you know, failure versus success. It's not really depression. He's not describing depression.
Even the moments,
it's just a very insecure man-child.
Of my greatest success. You know, I'm at Evo and I'm kicking ass in a tournament or whatever. And I feel great about myself. Within a day, it's gone because this comes back and tells me I'm a piece of crap, you know? Or, you know, on YouTube, I'm making big money. I'm putting out videos on YouTube that are getting hundreds of thousands of views. I'm being told I'm one of the funniest Let's Players there's ever been. And I'm getting massive success on YouTube. And everything's telling me, you know, great, okay? And it's back here. And it's telling me, nope. Fuck you, you're a piece of crap, you know, you're a piece of garbage.
Yep, that's insecurity. He's just describing insecurity. He would get comments that say, Phil, you're ugly. And he would latch onto that. That's what would make him believe that. Like, dude, that's all it takes to like get to his head, like get into his head and live rent free.
And, you know, it never goes away. There's always self-doubts, for example. You'll be told that you're good looking. Okay? Your depression won't let you feel that. Even though you'll look in the mirror and say, okay, and people will tell you, you know, you look good.
That's not depression. Yet again, that's insecurity.
Your depression will tell you no. All right? There's days, all right? There's days when I wake up. And by the way, there's idiots in the stream chat telling me that they don't know. They're idiots. I'm just going to ignore all of them because they're just there to cause trouble as usual.
There you go. People were telling him that he's wrong about this.
There's days when I wake up and for absolutely no reason, there's nothing that's triggered it. I just feel incredibly sad, a ball of sadness, right? For no reason. It's not like I woke up and things went wrong today, or I woke up, you know what I mean? I'll just be sad for no fucking reason, okay? And why? And that's the thing too. If you try to treat it with logic, it doesn't work. Because depression is not logical. Depression is not like cause and effect. Oh, you know, what? I cut my leg and my leg hurts. It's not like...
Now it's not cause and effect. Even though he said it was before. But not everyone feels that way. But it could be. That's what he said before.
Like that. It's like it could just happen.
What?
And one day you feel like shit for no fucking reason. There's been days... This is real, okay?
This is real. He needs to let you know this is real. This is how you know it's not real. What?
Feel like shit. For no fucking reason. There's been days, this is real, okay?
This is real. I'm about to tell you something real.
When I was doing YouTube for a living, and I told you guys that I couldn't work today, I don't feel good. That's because I was depressed. That's not because I was actually physically feeling bad or sick. It's because I woke up and I felt awful. My mind was fucked.
You know why he felt awful? Because this is in 28... He's referring to times when Panda left. The drunk tweets where he tweeted PA. And he was drunk. He just was hungover. That's all it was. He just was hungover because he drank too much the night before and stayed up till like 5 in the morning and then woke up at like 8 o'clock and he felt like shit. That's all it is. It's not depression.
And I just couldn't even get my head together to get a thought without thinking negative, terrible, sad thoughts, right? And what depression does, it also makes you focus on negative times in your life, even if you're not in them anymore. There'll be a day.
What?
I'll be in the middle, all right? By the way, I wish that we had, okay, thank you. Thank you, Popsicolo. He finally stepped up and he's starting to ban some of these idiots from the stream chat.
Finally.
I'm trying to ignore.
Do your fucking job, Popsicolo.
There have been days when I'm in the middle of something completely positive and fun, right?
Thank you, Ramen.
Notice how he never feels depressed when he is successful. He is described intrusive wives' thoughts and self-doubt. He is a deeply insecure person.
Yep. He is a deeply insecure person. Exactly. He just says, when I am successful, I think that someone called me ugly, so then I get insecure about it. That's pretty much what he's saying. Ramen Brahmin, thank you so much for the 5, man.
There's no reason for me to be sad. There's no reason whatsoever for me to be thinking about negative things from my past. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the thought of something incredibly bad and negative from my past jumps into my head, and it kills my mood and makes me sad as shit or angry or upset.
He's acting like that doesn't happen to just about everybody. Like, everybody wakes up sometime, not even wakes up, just out of the blue at like 3 in the morning. You might think about like, oh fuck, I remember that argument I was in. Oh, I looked fucking stupid. Or something. Like, everyone does that. It's just like a part of life. It has nothing to do with being depressed. I don't get what you're trying to say, DSP.
No. Why? I didn't, what, nothing triggered it? Nothing fucking triggered it at all.
It's called life.
And it fucks you. You know? You could be in the middle of something tremendously happy.
Like, he acts like he's special for thinking these things. See, this is what happens when you don't have friends and you don't talk to anybody. You just don't understand that, wait a minute, I just have low self-esteem and I'm insecure. That's all it is. It's not like, that's normal. That's okay, DSP. People do that all the time at like 3 in the morning when they can't sleep. You just think about something stupid that you did a long time ago where you looked bad or something.
It sucks the happiness out of you. All right?
All right, dude.
And it sucks because you could try as much as you can to get rid of it, or you could try to distract it, you know? And it doesn't go away. You know? It's still there. And it sucks. It's people, just like people, ignorant idiots in the stream chat are saying right now as I'm describing this to you.
Huh?
Oh, that's just a self-esteem issue. Oh, it's this and that. Wrong. And that's what I mean. That's the worst thing you can do to someone who has this, is to tell them they're wrong, their problem isn't valid, it's something else, and how dare you act like you have a problem.
DSP, you're wrong. Your problem is something else, and you're invalid, bro. Your life is invalid. You're living a lie. You're gassing yourself up. You don't have depression.
Their problem isn't valid. It's
You're
something
not valid.
else. And how dare you act like you have a problem? That's the worst thing you could do, because it just makes them feel even worse. It makes them feel, now I'm even more worthless because maybe I don't really have this problem. It's just me. I'm a weak person.
It is you.
And I'm a piece of crap. And
Yes.
again, it compounds it. It makes it even worse.
Bro,
so literally,
spitting fucking
the
bars.
reaction that I've gotten,
dude, this dude's back of his neck, back of his mind spits true facts. Like, bro, what is this? What is this?
People in the stream chat who don't have it and don't understand it, okay, is exactly the kind of reaction that makes it worse in people. So God forbid, if someone, you know someone who has it or says they have it, or they're feeling down, and like, do not react in that manner. That is just going to make them even worse.
Yeah, just make everyone a victim and just like treat me better because I say I have depression, even though I've never been diagnosed with it. And I'm just describing insecurity and low self-esteem. Yeah, just like, but just believe what I say though, because I'm telling you to. It's just gonna make me feel worse. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there are some ways that you can deal with this. All right, ways that I have found to try to counter it. Doesn't always work, but here's some things. Number one, you got to try to distract yourself with something that takes a lot of concentration. And what I mean by that is, if you're feeling just terrible, awful, afflicted with this
sounds
sad,
stupid,
right? What the fuck? Get yourself involved in something that's going to completely distract you to the point where you can't really be thinking about it. You need to concentrate. Sometimes it's physical activity for some people. Go work out. Right? I gotta lift some fucking weights, or I gotta go do something physical. You know, some people who renovate houses and shit, you gotta do that stuff. Boom, 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 boom. For some people, it's mental. I'm gonna go play a really great video game that I know I love, and it takes a lot of concentration. It's very challenging.
This doesn't make any sense though, because he started this out by talking about rich, successful people. What if they focused on their work? Look where they ended up, dude. This seems like really terrible advice for you to just swallow your feelings. Also, if it's depression, you can't just swallow that feeling. Like, dude, what is wrong with you? This is terrible. Like, this dude just told you should treat everyone like a victim and not, and just like, because they say they have it, that means they have it. And then he's acting like an authority on what you should do. And this is just terrible advice.
You know,
like, don't listen to this dude. If you have depression in the chat, like, I'm sorry, that must be really bad. But whatever you do, just don't be like this guy. And don't listen to anything he says.
Or it could be something else. I don't know. It all depends on
Turtle,
your own personal, situation and what you like to do and stuff. And it doesn't even have to be something you like. It could just be something that you need to distract yourself, okay? Because the bottom line is, if you can get yourself pulled away from having that just inundated all of your thought, you're going to end up feeling better. even if it's not consciously like, oh, I realize now that I'm not, I got off my mind, you'll still feel better. You see what I mean? And maybe it'll go away. That's what I've noticed sometimes. If I'm feeling real shit.
This is so dumb.
And if I can get myself distracted doing something else, okay, it could make things better. But I can tell you, some days it's horrible when, like, I'm feeling bad. And it hasn't happened recently, I should say that, by the way. But if I'm feeling real bad, and I have to come on stream, I know I have to come on stream.
Like, dude, if you're depressed, you're depressed. It's not something that, like, comes and goes whenever you have no money. If you had a slow stream, well, I get depressed. But today I had a good stream. Look, I made $300. So now I am not depressed. Like, what? I don't know.
Right? I have to
we
come
all
on stream
know
to
this
pay
is
the bill.
dumb. I'll stop pausing.
And now I have to put on a happy face for you guys. When in reality, on the inside, all I'm feeling is sad, 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 or, upset, terrible about myself, all these feelings. And it sucks because, I have to. I can't, like I said, there have been days over the years, you guys who are longtime viewers, there have been days when I said, I just can't stream today or I can't do videos today. Sorry, guys. That's because I was depressed. And I couldn't actually shake it off enough.
Depressed
to
equals
come out
hungover.
and put on a happy face and put out entertaining videos or streams or whatever.
Hungover is
Okay?
depression now.
Now, there's other ways as well. You can...
Yeah, man, when I drink too much alcohol the night before and I get so drunk that I black out, man, that makes me depressed. The next day, I wake up depressed.
Talk to people. Obviously.
It's not just me being hungover.
That's a big one. Sometimes talking about the issues and getting them out there will make you feel better. Sometimes they won't. Because like I said, depression is not logical. It's not like, oh, this happened, this is bothering me. If I talk about it and get it off my chest, the pain or the sadness will go away. It's not true. That's not true. In many cases, you can talk about it as much as you want. All right, this is the wrong mug. That one's empty. Okay? So, you could, talk about it till the cows come home. It may not help anything. Or it might, because it all depends. One of the things about depression is you may feel like no one cares about you. And, because of that, you're all alone. And sometimes when you actually talk out with someone who seems concerned, even if it's just a psychiatrist who's getting paid to be concerned, sometimes just speaking with someone who's concerned can help you. Okay? Now, again, that's not a universal. That's for some people, not everyone.
I don't know what the hell he's even saying.
Now, guys, when I drunk text my disappeared child bride and she doesn't text back, that makes me understand clinical depression.
Yeah, dude, when Panda left and he would get drunk, so drunk that he would drunk tweet and shit, yeah, that was depression.
Sometimes that actually does help me a
Thank
lot.
you, good
Sometimes
God,
it doesn't
no.
help at all. It makes
For the
things worse,
fight.
especially if the reason maybe you're feeling bad is something you can't help or you can't change, right? Then it might make things worse because now you're talking about it with someone else and the other person's getting upset about it too. So you got, it might not, it's not a universal, you know what I mean? It just really sucks because it could rear its ugly head. And when it rears its ugly head, it could have many different effects. One of the effects is, like I said, it can make you feel sad to the point where you just shut down. You completely shut down. And that's, like I said, some days that's happened to me. I just can't do any work today. I'm done. I'm just going to lay in bed and cry all fucking day. That's happened to me.
What?
Okay? It hasn't happened recently, but it's happened. Kat has seen me like that once ever. And even she was like, oh, shit.
What?
But there's other ways that it could, sadly, negatively affect everything. And one way, and this is a big one, and this is one that in particular, this is the first time I'm ever publicly discussing anything like this with anyone. Any of you guys that have ever been a viewer of mine. All right? And this is the God's honest truth. I'm not making this up.
One more time. One more time.
Any of you guys that have ever been a viewer of mine, all right? And this is the God's honest truth. I'm not making this up. This is not an excuse or a justification, okay? I take full responsibility for my actions. But one of the biggest problems with depression is self-destruction. And here's what I mean by that. If you have true depression and you have these feelings of hatred of yourself, which I've had. There were points in my life where I hate myself. I don't want to exist anymore. I hate who I am. I hate everything I've become. And the truth is, I don't feel that. I do feel that over the years.
Dude, thank you.
At Brandood, I have depression for the last 20 years and I'm on medication for it. There is no way in Ginger Lily would ever listen to this guy. To anyone who has depression in chat, stay strong, you're not alone.
Dude, that's a great message. That's good to know. Like, especially DSP. I'm sorry for you that DSP is pretending to like be down with your suffering, like be down with your struggle. It's like this dude's sitting here pretending to be a part of that and trying to give advice like he's a doctor or like he has any authority on it. And Turtle, thank you so much for the 10, man. That's really nice of you.
I'm him.
That's you. You're him. You'll continue to be him forever. And I'm glad to know you're still going strong. And yeah, anyone in chat, stay strong. Don't listen to any advice that this guy tells you. Him LARPing as a depression guy. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Anything to, like, make himself feel better. All of these issues that he has, he just needs depression as a shield to, like, make up for any bad things he's ever done. Or any bad feelings that he has. It's just a shield. So again, thank you, Turtle. Turtle Game Kingdom, thank you so much.
As a person, I've grown tremendously. Me now versus me when I started on YouTube, I'm a much better person, I feel, right now. I'm a much more moral person. You know what I mean? I've changed for the better.
What?
But inside this
like, look at this, Turtles, man. Look at this shit. Look at what he's doing right now.
Me now versus me when I started on YouTube, I'm a much better person, I feel, right now. I'm a much more moral person. You know what I mean? I've changed for the better. But inside...
Like, would a guy with depression really think that? I don't think he would even bring it up. That's not... I don't think that would be a thing, like, if you're not being treated for it. You're just kind of existing and you think that you have depression. He's just obviously a narcissist with very big ego and very big insecurity issues and a low self-esteem. That's all that this is.
Feeling of you're a piece of garbage, you know, you don't deserve anything, hating myself
he said moral.
Makes me do things that are stupid as fuck, that are incredibly self-destructive, all right? And this is the God's honest truth. Oh, here we go, another idiot. Goodbye. You're a liar.
Yes,
goodbye.
You are a liar. Okay.
Actually, Popsicola took care of it before I even got to take care of it. Okay? You may notice that every once in a while, I'll do something incredibly...
Like, he cares so much about what other people think of him. He's so insecure that he's actually banning people, calling him a liar. I don't know, dude. That's
out
ridiculous.
Of character. And you say, why the hell did Phil do that? Things were going good, and, why would Phil do something really stupid like that? And by the way, as I'm talking about this, I'm actually crushing the fuck out of this dress.
Look at this fucking fake asshole. I knew this was a prop too. I forgot that he did this, but earlier on, he picked it up and showed the camera a little bit. I knew he was gonna use it as a prop. Like, this dude's so fake. He's so fucking phony. What a fucking weasel, man. What a straight up weasel. Holy fuck. Well, I'll play it in a second. Thank you, good God, no.
Now guys, my emotions cause me to pursue self-destructive behavior. And Jin isn't free. So I'm gonna need more support.
Exactly. It's all just an excuse. And speaking of excuses, look at this fucking weasel, man.
Things were going good, and, why would Phil do something really stupid like that? And by the way, as I'm talking about this, I'm actually crushing the fuck out of this stress ball, because it's the first time I've ever actually publicly talked about this.
What a fake asshole, man.
I'll do something dumb and out of character for no reason. And, to the logical person looking in from the outside who's a fan, why did Phil fucking do that, right? Why did Phil insult this person? Why did Phil do this? Why did Phil do that? And there's a lot to do, stress and emotion. But there's this self-destructive tendency for people who actually have depression. And I'll give you a perfect example. And you
I can't believe he's saying, why did you insult this person? Why did you say this? Why did you do... Like, bro, the common thread there is you. You are just a bad person. It has no... Like, you wouldn't be using it as a shield if you had depression like this. This is insanity. This is actually insanity. This is insane. He is a crazy person who LARPs as a sane person. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, the lengths he'll go to just to not admit he's a shitty fucking person. Crazy.
Choose to believe me or not, this is not an excuse, and I own what I did. But about a month ago, I made an incredibly stupid fucking tweet publicly on Twitter. The tweet said that anyone who was playing State of Decay 2 early was a shill and getting paid to do so, and I would be playing the game later in the week, and I'm not getting paid, so my opinions will be valid. All right? I know that's a false statement in my head. I know that's a false statement. 100% I know that that tweet is factually incorrect. All right? The actual thought that I wanted to relay was that when people play games early, they're making extra money because they're the only people able to play the games. Therefore, they're basically making a paycheck for playing a game early. It's an elitist practice. I don't agree with it. I've always said early release copies are horse shit. You shouldn't have an elitist group of streamers and reviewers who get these games early, that everyone should have to buy the game on release date, and that way we can all get legitimate opinions of the game on release date. And also, consumers should have self-control. They shouldn't be running out actively to buy every game on release date just to be part of the hype of the release. They should wait a day or two for other people to buy the game, give their honest reviews about it, then decide if they want to buy the game or not. That's my actual full informed opinion about pre-release games. Now, you can agree or disagree, and that's perfectly fine. But what I just said is far less inflammatory than everyone playing a pre-release copy of State of Decay 2 is a fucking, a shill. And, I'm the only person who basically isn't doing it, so watch my stream on Friday. Okay? And I know that. I know.
The craziest thing, too, when he first apologized for that, apologized in quotes, he was saying that he never expected the tweet to go beyond his audience. So he tweeted it thinking that only his audience would see it. So you didn't feel bad about it when you tweeted it. You only felt bad when more people saw it. You felt bad when people were clowning on you. So you decided to then apologize without actually apologizing. And you still hold the same opinion that you hold in the tweet. You're just wording it without calling everyone else shills. You're not really apologizing for anything, and your opinion hasn't changed. It kind of just sounds like you're not calling other people shills, but you still hold the same opinion. This is not what you think it is, DSP.
That putting that out on Twitter is going to cause trouble. I know that logically in this head. I know that's stupid, but I did it anyway.
No.
And it was,
again, he said he did it because he didn't think it was gonna go beyond his audience.
It wasn't a mistake. It wasn't a mistake that I put that on fucking Twitter. No, sir.
I had to do it to them snipe.
Wesley H. Yeah, he still does the same thing today, too.
Every time I feel like I've wronged someone, even if I haven't, I feel bad and want to do better. Phil doesn't feel this at all. He never will be better.
Yeah, obviously. Wesley H. That's a great point. That's astute as fuck, dude. Thank you for the 5. Yeah. And this is the best part coming up too, Wesley. This is the part where he blames something else for a stupid opinion.
It wasn't a mistake. It wasn't a mistake that I put that on fucking Twitter. No, sir, it wasn't. That was my depression pulling me out of a positive moment of my life. At that,
the all-time quote. All-time. It's like the LeBron, the Michael Jordan of fucking quotes.
And the she drops. If anyone thinks this guy isn't evil, he will fake a mental illness to defend why he had a bad tweet. This guy deserves far worse.
He does, Ramen. Like, shit like this is what fucking makes you realize that this guy has been super lucky. Let's hear this Michael Jordan fucking quote.
It wasn't a mistake. It wasn't a mistake that I put that on fucking Twitter. No, sir, it wasn't. That was my depression pulling me out of a positive moment of my life. At that very moment. All right. When that happened, okay, I was on time off. I wasn't streaming. And I was actually spending time with Cat.
That was my depression. Cat with the thumb, by the way. Shout outs to the thumb. That's Cat. In case you didn't know, look at that. Thumb. Cat. This was before she was my mom, my wife. She was Thumb. Which is pretty funny. But anyways, what the fuck was I gonna say? Shit.
All right. When that happened.
Oh, yeah. So he apologizes. That was my depression. This was all these excuses. But at the same time, he's now going to try to justify the tweet after all that.
So undiagnosed clinical depression is like the dropped inputs of your conscience. Cool.
Yeah, dude. It random super. It's like the random depression. It just kind of came out. It came out conveniently after everyone got mad at him. It's the defense he can fall back onto. Good God, no. Thank you so much.
Okay. I was on time off. I wasn't streaming.
This is going to be him trying to justify everything even after he apologized for it.
Time with Cat. and we were actually doing fun stuff. But what happened was things weren't going as planned. Like, we had plans of things that we wanted to do during those 3 days that I had off from streaming. And sadly, they didn't all work out. And it's personal reasons. I'm not going to explain what it was. But there was basically some negative stuff going on. That, like, here's something that's we've been planning for like a month. You know, really looking forward to. Hoping for an amazing time together. And then, fuck me, something goes wrong. And now it's not as amazing as we wanted it to be. In fact, it was way less amazing than we actually wanted it to be. So here I am, waking up one morning while we're on our time off, feeling miserable because we're not having as good of a time as we really should have.
So again, he says depression is not cause and effect, but then he's now saying he had depression because something they planned they didn't go to.
And I'm having these terrible feelings again.
So now he's feeling bad, so he's describing it as a cause and effect. Even though he said it wasn't, then he said it was, then he said it wasn't. Now it is again.
Oh, maybe I don't deserve it. Maybe I don't deserve the time off. Maybe I don't deserve you know what I mean? Maybe I don't deserve any success. Maybe I don't deserve the time off. Maybe I just deserve to be a slave for the rest of my life.
What?
To always be behind on finances and back taxes and to
DSP is a slave. What? Thank you, Rebsy, for the 5.
Depression will tell you if you unalived yourself, things would be better. 4 times in a row.
Exactly. If you were not on this earth and you disappeared, it would be better off. That shit. Yeah. Totally has depression, by the way.
Have a horrible
thank you, Rebsy, so much.
Existence for the rest of my life. Maybe I just deserve it. And I'm feeling this depression in my head. And then someone tells me, G Phil, are you aware? I know that your big comeback from your time off is you're going to play State of Decay 2. Are you aware that there's like 4 people already playing it on Twitch, and one of them has 18,000 viewers and already made like $4,000 in 10 minutes from cheer subs and tips? And I hear that, and here it is. Boom, self-destruction. Let's do it. Go right to Twitter and make that tweet that I know is wrong. It's not how I feel. Let's do it.
And
that's
how
exactly
you feel,
the kind of stuff that happens to
like,
me.
dude, you just told us that's still how you feel. You just left out the shill part. That is how you feel.
And it's not just me. This kind of shit happens.
And like, you still do this in current year. In current year, you still act this way. And I'm sure this stream will be relevant fucking 5 years from now. If you're watching this in the future, hello. I'm sure this is still relevant when he called Mr. Beast's kid a fucking shill because he streamed Fallout 5. Like, bruh, what the fuck? This is still relevant.
A lot of people who have depression where you're in a moment of weakness and your depression takes over. It actually takes over. It makes you do shit that's out of character and normally you wouldn't want to do. And you know there's nothing good that's going to come of it, yet you do it anyway. And then you look at it afterward and you go, what the fuck did I do that for? Oh, fuck. Here we go again, right? And this has happened to me many times in my life.
What's up,
I remember there was one time, all right, when something really bad happened to me. And I had a friend who was being very nice to me and had previously been real close to me or whatever. And I actually shut that friend off completely and never spoke to them again. And it had nothing, that friend did nothing wrong.
I think I know who this friend is, by the way. Weirdly enough, I think I can trace this friend. It's a Theo theory, though.
And had previously been real close to me or whatever. And I actually shut that friend off completely and never spoke to them again. And it had nothing, that friend did nothing wrong at all, whatsoever, but self-destruction.
So I think the friend is this lady. This random lady?
Chapter 1, Invasion Alert. The search for the giant Ravager begins in a residential sector.
Come on, lady, say something, please.
Strike Force Lightning.
Called bugs. The hell?
Ravaging cities around
Say something.
Routing uses an camera system to provide routing and tasking information.
Why are you whispering, lady?
There's a subtitle. I actually have a special
Here, this lady.
partner who's going to play some of this game with me today. Her name is Evie.
Hi.
Yeah, so this is the lady. I think this is the friend that he's talking about. When he got with Panda Lee, I think he just cut off all communication with other girls. Even though this girl did nothing wrong to him. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Does anyone know the lore on Eevee? Eevee? Like the Pokemon.
Well, here we go. Shoot these assholes. Yeah.
That's just my Theo theory.
My body, my depression told me you don't deserve to have that friend anymore. And I stopped talking. No, this isn't anyone you guys know. Oh, it's John Rambo. No, nothing like that. But this was someone who for months was a really good friend to me. You know, may have even blossomed into something else. And
see, look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at how he's describing this. It's so weird. I think it was Evie. I think it was a friend that he made maybe at work or something, or someone he knew from someone else.
No, this isn't anyone you guys.
It could have blossomed into something else. What the fuck does that mean?
No. Oh, it's John.
It can't be a man, right? Unless he,
well, you know, I'm gay.
So there is that to consider, but you know.
Rambo. No, nothing like that. But this was someone who for months was a really good friend to me. You know, may have even blossomed into something else. And I shut them completely off and I deleted their fucking name and number from my phone. And I never spoke to them ever again. By the way, this was back before even.
Yeah, so this video is from July 5th, 2011. He revealed Panda February 14, 2012. I mean, the timeline's pretty close to when he first introduced this lady. It's like within 6-7 months. 6 months. I don't know, dude.
Alright, I guess here's the.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Maybe I'm the crazy one.
Really long time ago. Something else. And I stopped talking. No, this isn't anyone you guys know. Oh, it's John Rambo. No, nothing like that. But this was someone who for months was a really good friend to me. You know, may have even blossomed into something else. And I shut them completely off and I deleted their fucking name and number from my phone. And I never spoke to them ever again. By the way, this was back before even, this was a really long time ago. So it wasn't like, oh, I would have texted him or whatever. I blocked them on.
He said him, then he says them, so who knows?
Could it have blossomed into something else live on stream while the camera was on? Camera was on the whole time?
Yeah, he's talking about the relationship with his right hand. Obviously, good God, no. Thank you for the fight.
Instant Messenger, because that was how all the kids talked back then. Or blocked her on Instant Messenger, and that was it.
Oh, now it's her. Also, he says kids. What? Like, bro, you should probably think about the things you say. Listen to this fucking sentence out of context.
Back before even,
he said him, but then he says her. Listen. He also says kids, which is really weird.
Really long time ago. So it wasn't like, oh, I would have texted him or whatever. I blocked them on Instant Messenger, because that was how all the kids talked back then. Or blocked her on Instant Messenger, and that was it. Never spoke to them again. And that was purposely because I wanted to hurt myself. You know, and the problem is with people who have extreme depression, that's when you get to the point, it's not just mental, it becomes physical. And that's when you get people who do physical things to themselves, physical harm and stuff, okay? And you know, sometimes it gets to the point where it hounds you and it actually haunts you so badly you just can't put up with it anymore. No, it's like, no matter what I do, no matter how much I fight and I strive, you know what I mean? I'm always gonna feel awful in the back of my head. I could end up being the most successful person on planet Earth, and my brain will never allow me to feel good about myself. And I think that, honestly, is a lot of the people who end up going to that extreme. That's what it is. They see...
Really, thank you. The Curious Case of Dr. Depression and Mr. Hogan.
Yeah, Hogan solves it all, dude. He's Dr. Hogan. It's a little more like Dr. Hogan. He solves the depression. It's how he forgets he has depression. He conveniently forgets when he plays champions. It's like lifting weights for him. It makes him feel better. Thank you. Thank you, Wesley H.
No way out. It's the endless trap of no matter how much I succeed, no matter how well I do, I will always feel like shit.
Was Evie over 17? Yeah, probably. She sounds older. She sounds his age, not like Panda, which was like, you know, pretty weird. But again, there's not much known about Evie. We don't specifically know who she was.
And that's their way out, is the ultimate step of hurting themselves, you know, losing their own lives. And that's terrible, you know. And I'll be real with you guys.
No, Evie was a lady.
There was one point in my life where I felt like that. And it was a long time ago. And it was a point in my life when I was single. It was before YouTube, by the way. And I was single, and I didn't like what I did for a living for my job. What? I was in a ton of financial debt, like I am now, only back then, it wasn't like I made a lot of money, so I didn't even see a way out of it, okay? My parents, at that point in my life, weren't really involved with the stuff that I was doing, and honestly, I felt they didn't really care about me, because they weren't involved or interested in me or my welfare, what I was doing with my life.
What?
And really, I didn't have anywhere to fall back on. there was a lot of negativity in my life at that time for personal reasons. And so I was at a point in my life where I didn't want to go on. I was like, I could care less if I live or die today or tomorrow or whatever. If tomorrow I were to walk into the middle of the street and a car splattered me all over the fucking place, I wouldn't give a shit.
This is
and
disgusting. This is disgusting.
Awful. Because the truth of the matter is, when you have those feelings,
this guy faking his depression, like, dude, this is now getting like he needs to double, triple, quadruple down on his lie. This is disgusting. This is really bad.
And this is logically how I basically kind of convinced myself out of that mindset, is even though you may feel awful about yourself, and even though you may not want to go on, there are other people out there who know you, who depend on you, who love you, and those are the people who really you need to surround yourself with in times when you feel that badly. Just imagine, being gone for good, and what a hole that leaves for people who love you, and people who, what did those people do ever, all right, to you to deserve to have you ripped out of their lives? Now, I know that sounds incredibly selfish, because you're the one hurting, right? But it's true that how selfish is it for you to take your own life, right? And then leave this gaping hole where you used to be, especially, again, if you're someone who people love you and depend on you, or just, your parents in particular, although I know a lot of people don't have good relationships with their parents, or friends or loved ones, right?
He keeps, I don't know, dude.
And you're absolutely right. It's not about the other people. Someone just said that. It's not about the other people. It's not. But that's, at least for me, that was one of the ways that I helped to get myself out of the hole I was in, was that maybe,
fuck you.
It's not just about me. That's the thing. It's not just about you. It's not just about them. It's about everything working together, And so, that's the other thing, too. People will blame people. So I heard that someone was depressed and committed suicide. What an awful person to do such a selfish thing. Oh my God. Like, why on this planet do we have to always play the blame game? This is actually...
Bruh.
People your mouth ass possible. I shouldn't have said that.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Why on this planet do we have to always play the blame game? This is actually something unrelated, but why do we have to do this? When something goes wrong, there's always got to be a finger to point and someone who has to be responsible afterward. Maybe things are just fucked up sometimes. You ever think of that? Maybe things, though, this isn't a land of lollipops and fucking rainbows. You know what I mean? And this is a serious world where things get messed up, and sometimes you just have to deal with the repercussions and say, how do we get past the blame game and say, can we just fucking get past that and find a way to make the problem fixed? Instead of, we have to find the perpetrator or the person behind. It's not your fault if you feel depression. And
tell us more about blaming other people for things that are your fault, Phil.
Yeah, good God, no, isn't it Shawn Michaels?
It's certainly
Isn't it ironic, dude?
Family member's fault or your loved one's fault if you feel depression, right? It's no one's fault. Fuck that.
Why are you faulting people? Like, this is not what someone with depression would be thinking.
Make people feel better so that they don't get to that fucking extreme. And you know what? Again, if it does happen and you see someone who's really negatively affected, it's not your fault.
Stupid.
You could be the best friend, the best, significant other, the best, relative to someone, and they could still feel awful about themselves. And there's nothing you can do about it. And you kind of at one point just have to say there's no one's fault. All you can do is be there for them and try to help them as much as you possibly can and try to be as good of a friend, relative, significant other, whatever you can be, and not let it get to you if you can't reach out and break through and help that person, because, these mental disorders are fucked up. And,
mental disorders are fucked up.
People say, I'll just go on pills. That's not the solution either. Pills help. Don't get me wrong. Pills absolutely help.
Yeah, just take a pill and leave you there, dude.
Cure these kind of issues. They just help to mitigate and help to keep it under wraps. Like I said, like sometimes it's the guy in the shoulder, like I mentioned. So maybe that guy in the shoulder goes away for a couple days, but he's going to come back, but at least he's gone for a couple days, right?
Yeah, depression just goes away for a couple days.
Oh, that's what I mean.
This is so fucking stupid. This is actually disgusting.
So,
I apologize to anyone who knows anybody with it. or suffers from it themselves, man. This is disgusting. I'm sorry this guy is trying to piggyback off of whatever you're going through. It's disgusting.
It's a very complex issue. It is. The best takeaways I can give you.
Really, thank you.
To anyone out there, don't listen to Dr. Phil.
Yeah, really don't. Thank you, Turtles Game Kingdom, for the 2, dude.
Comes today.
Really, just don't.
Is number 1, don't play the blame game. It's the worst thing you could possibly do. Number 2, if you know someone affected by an issue like depression, don't ever tell them it's their fault. Don't try to tell them it's something else. That's fucked up, the most fucked up thing you could possibly do, and only immature, really fucked up people would do that. And you should be lucky in your life that you don't feel that, to know what it's really like, and you can now be on the an outsider, you know, saying to them, haha, you know,
dude,
it's not
you.
what you say.
Like, actually go fuck yourself. I actually, like, hate him with this. This is embarrassing. I wonder if he ever watches this fucking video back, if he ever feels bad about what he's doing. Like, bro, he's just using it as a shield. He's saying don't tell other people that they don't have it and that it's not depressed. Like, that's just, what do you mean other people, bitch? The fuck you mean other people? Don't tell other, he just means himself. He's basically saying don't tell me I don't have it. Don't tell me it's low self-esteem. Don't tell me I have another issue that's not depression. That's all he's saying, but he's disguising it under don't tell other people. As if you're some sort of fucking authority on what I should do, like how I should treat you, you fake piece of shit. The fuck is wrong with you, dude?
You're weak or whatever, or, you know, you're misdiagnosing. You know, you should be happy that you don't have to be in that situation, because
you should be happy that you're not a victim like me. Like, fuck you.
He's unreal. No depths to which he won't sing.
Exactly. ZykerEX, thank you for your £5 first super chat. That's awesome. Welcome.
I'm him.
That's you, dude. But dude, yeah, exactly. It's disgusting. It's disgusting for a guy like this fucking fat piece of shit on the screen to sit here and pretend he's with you. And like, oh, you're lucky you're not a victim like me. I'm a real victim. Don't tell me I don't have it. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself.
Shut the fuck
You fucking weasel ass fucking fake piece of shit. Grazing Poro, thank you so much for the 10, man. That's a legendary.
I'm him.
Base. Fall gout.
That's you, dude.
You know how horrible
Thank
you're
you so
making that
much.
person feel, all right?
Yeah, horrible. Like, think about how you're making people feel. I just can't imagine if you were a real viewer who feels a certain way, and you listen to this guy, and you actually are taking what he's saying and using it. Oh yeah, just swallow your feelings. Just don't deal with it.
3, if you are an outsider to the situation, you're trying to help someone, you can do whatever you can, but understand you may not be able, because it's not something that can definitively be fixed, at least from my experience. It's always going to be there, and, you know, it's tough. It really is tough, because, you know, self-destructiveness really sucks, and it could hurt yourself, you could hurt others, you know, and I know personally, because I've hurt myself and I have hurt others definitively by my actions, and again, I take responsibility.
I take responsibility, except I blame depression that I don't have. Like, imagine being this guy. What is the truth? What is the truth? Does he actually think he has it? Because he's never been diagnosed with it. He's never went to see anyone to give him, oh yeah, you have depression. So like, imagine being him. What is the truth? Does he think he has depression? Is that the right? Whatever. Does he think he has depression? Or does he believe, like, does he know he's lying? What's the truth? Because which one is worse, really? Which one is worse? They're both bad. But like, dude, how do you sleep at night? How are you okay with doing what you're doing right now?
It was me that does the fucked up stuff. So I'm the one responsible. But
I'm the one.
It's fueled by this
Look at this. I'm responsible, but it's fueled by depression.
In the back of my head telling me to fuck everything up for myself.
Nice.
You know?
Yeah, that's how this works. Every fucked up thing I've ever done is my fault, except it's not really my fault because I have depression, and don't you dare tell me that I don't have it. Like, this is so stupid. This is so stupid.
It sucks.
It sucks.
It absolutely
yeah, I would say depression sucks. Okay.
And There's no solution. This isn't a discussion that I can say, guess what, guys? I got the miracle cure, and here it is, and now everything's hunky-dory. Here's not. You know, I've toughed through it my whole life, and I'll be real with you guys. The shit that I've been through over the years, when I got people who say such nasty shit about me constantly, it's...
You guys think he convinced himself that he has it? YouTube account, Tiju? Yeah. Yeah, I think at this point, it's like he just is convinced that the sadness, whenever he feels sad, it's because...
seen 10 bands in your life, shit.
Holy shit, Burnelicopter.
He'd apologize for this segment by admitting that he is now very depressed for pretending that he was depressed. But honestly, behind the scenes I might have been so depressed I didn't even know it.
I had to do it to them.
Dude, I want to read this again, Burnelicopter.
He is so emotionally stunted. He thinks being sad once is depression. He can't even materialize the words to describe actual depression.
Yeah, exactly. I'll get back to that. But dude, that's actually really funny. Burnelicopter support staff with the 10.
I'm him.
That's you, dude. But anyways, yeah. That would be actually... I could see him doing that. And that would be fucking hilarious for him saying, yeah, you know, I was kind of like bullshitting. But like me bullshitting like made me really sad. So like, you know, I actually got depressed because I was lying about being depressed. That would be great. That would really be great. Thank you so much. And yeah, emotionally stunted. Like I was about to say before this, I think he gassed himself up. He like hyped himself up to the point where he believes he's depressed because he doesn't talk to anybody. He has no life experience. He really doesn't know anything. He doesn't even talk to like coworkers at his job. Not a single person. So he doesn't actually know natural emotions, normal things people do, normal ways people interact. Like he didn't know thinking of something stupid you did years ago at like 3 a.m. is a kind of a normal human thing. Like people do that all the time. You remember shit you did in high school, or you remember someone you argued with like 3 months ago and you looked kind of dumb and you kind of remember it and cringe. I don't know. Like that's normal. He doesn't know what normal is. And so instead of just assuming that he's experiencing normal emotions, he likes to imagine that he's special. He's the only human on Earth, and he's the only one that feels this way, and the way that he feels must be depression because he has no fucking frame of reference of what that is.
I had to do it to them, snipe.
He doesn't know anything.
He doesn't even talk to DoorDash drivers, or his parents, or his wife.
Yeah, good God, no. Exactly. Not a single person. Not even his wife. They don't talk. He has no frame of reference and no life experience for anything. And he's like a narcissist with a fragile ego. So it's like he creates shields over himself. So depression is yet another shield that he has, that he uses for any wrongs that he does.
False, even though it might be based on a snippet of truth. When you got people out there who think that you're a pedophile, you're a thief, a scam artist, a constant, you know, disgusting beggar.
Again,
and all
describing
this
insecurity.
Shit, on top of the fact that I had this before that, it doesn't make stuff easy, you know? And the fact that every day when I wake up, it seems like I get past this hurdle, the next hurdle. I got past the taxes.
Like right there, for example, the things he just described, and he says, I had depression before this, before people would say this about me, so that doesn't make it easier. But dude, the things you're saying, you could, for the most part, agree. Like, not every comment is going to be nice, especially when you treat people the way you treat them. Everyone gets mean comments. If you state any sort of opinion online, people are going to disagree with you. Like, I've got people that say things that disagree with me, or they say certain things to me. Maybe not as much anymore, but it happens. It happens. You just, I don't know. Most people, or if you're able to handle the internet, or if you've been on the internet for so long and you're not insecure, being insecure doesn't help. But all of these things you're describing, you can easily ignore. It's probably harder for some people than others, but you can ignore these things. This is just you having a very, very insecure personality and a very, very fragile ego while also being a narcissist or having narcissistic traits. I'm not diagnosing you, obviously, but still, you can see them if, you know, even as a casual psychologist knower guy that I am, whatever you want to call me. But still, it's just things that you could avoid. It's not depression.
Here comes the next fucking thing, right? And it's like this. It's been like this my whole life. I can't just get to a point where I could just be like, can I maybe if I never had that constant shit going on, I'd be able to kind of like relax a bit.
You see, now he's saying constant shit going on. But I thought depression wasn't cause and effect. Like, you would be depressed regardless of anything going on. That's what depression would be. Doesn't matter that you had low tips tonight. Would make you more depressed than if you had high tips. Like, you would still be depressed. You might feel better some days and worse others, but you would still be depressed. It's not, like, based on the money you get.
I really feel like I've almost never relaxed in my life, maybe a couple times. And it's because of this. Always being there. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean. You fake asshole.
So, at least, you know, I'm certainly not a guru. I'm not.
So, like, when the thing with this too is, like, whenever DSP says people hate me for no reason, oh, the trolls, they don't even have a reason for hating me. They just hate on me now. They used to want to make me better my content, and now they just hate me because they want to make money and they want to become popular. Like, dude, this is why people hate you. This is just one of the many things why people hate you. I was seeing comments on my previous stream where it's like DSP, the way he was treating his friends and like the reaction video that he did to it is one of like the most disgusting things they ever seen. I bet they didn't see this, or maybe they forgot. Like, dude, this is the kind of shit that he does. This is the kind of person that he is. He's willing to lie about having depression so that he makes himself feel better and that he looks like a victim on the internet so that you'll give him money. And so that you don't think he's a bad guy. When it's like, dude, you doing this is you being a bad guy. So for you to sit here and say in current day and current year when, oh, people just hate on me. They used to hate on me for a reason. And now they don't have a reason. Like, bro, this is it. It's shit like this. And you have many things like this. And it's just, I don't see how you can think the way you do, DSP. And genuinely believe it. When you do shit like this all the time.
I'm not an authority. All I am is a person who's had experience. And I at least hope that by relaying what I've just told you guys, that it will at least help someone out there who may be suffering from what I've had my whole life, and maybe it'll give you.
And like, I can picture his response to this too. Like us thinking, or I'll say me specifically saying that I know he doesn't have depression. He would argue like, well, how do you know that I don't have it? Obviously, you don't know. You're just being stupid. But like, dude, this is coming from you. Notorious liar. Not only are you not describing depression the way someone with depression would describe it, but also you lie about everything. You told us yourself in my last stream that we did, plug, shill. He told us himself that he constantly bullshits things.
You ain't seen 10 bands in your life, shit.
Dude, thank you so much, Brandood.
My dented mental exercise. You are stuck in an elevator with DSP for an hour. Any question you ask him, he will answer honestly. What is your approach to attempt to make him self-aware? Breaks my mind.
Holy shit. That's such a deep question. I can't even think of the answer right now. Let me think for a second. Oh my god, that's like a thought experiment for the ages. Hold up, I'll get back to that one, Brandood. I do want to show you this thing real quick. Where he admits in the Rambo and Howard thing.
Idea, and I'm still in the dark to this day. Now, before we continue, wow.
Wow. Hold on.
Wow. This is how you don't talk about your friends, right? Holy shit.
All right, let's see. Honest. I want to hear him say, I'm gonna be honest. Let's see.
I will be completely 100% honest with you. And, you know, people will... I say that a lot. I'm going to be completely 100% honest with you. I also say I'm going to be transparent. These are mannerisms in my speech. When I say that, essentially what I'm trying to do is emphasize that what I'm about to tell you is a serious matter. It's not me joking. But some people over the years have misconstrued it as meaning other things. All it means when I say that is I'm about to...
Wait, no. What does he say? It's not this. Holy fuck. It's a part where he says I'm a bullshitter. Oh my god. Oh, I gotta find this. Shit. Okay, the thought experiment. Branhelicopter. I would ask him... Oh boy, what would I ask him to try and make him self-aware? I don't know. How do you sleep at night, knowing that you've lied about depression? He has to be honest. Have you ever been diagnosed with depression? I don't know. Dude, what would you ask him?
Advice, based on what I've told you, and just so you know, you are not alone. You are not a horrible person because you have this. It's not your fault, you know? And I'm starting to tear up, but it's true. Like, so many people out there feel alone. That's how I felt when I was at the bottom. And I wanted it all to go away. I felt that it was my fault and I was alone and no one loved me. And that's the worst thing because it's the furthest from the fucking truth. But there's people out there who feel like this. I mean, I can't imagine people, like I said, high profile celebrities who are at the top and they're rich and they have all the support and they can't shake the fucking feeling, right? And then,
Okay.
You guys,
well, there's a part in the React with his friends and he called them, he said they feel guilty for, like being jealous of him, and so they made the video response, and now they're bullshitting in the video response because the real truth is that they feel guilty and they're just bullshitting, and he knows because he's a bullshitter, and in the past he's had to bullshit stuff to, like, in the past. That was a quote that he said. I can't find it. I'm looking through the transcript. It's in one of these. There's 5 of these videos and they're like 2 hours each. And I just watched all of it and I kind of zoned it out. But dude, there's a part like that, I swear to God. So this dude is a fucking liar. He's a known liar, back to my point. You can't trust him. You just can't trust him. So if he ever tried to argue, like, oh, people are saying I don't have depression. Like, bro, first of all, you don't talk about it like you have it. You describe it like you have insecurity and low self-esteem. But also, you're just a liar. Nobody can just take you at your word. You just can't. You straight up, factually, 100% can't. It's a known fact with this dude.
Ask him, imagine you own a sandwich shop, and you're bankrupt, and your employees hate you, and you hate yourself. Who is the problem here?
That would be your question, good God, no, to Branhelicopter support staff. I mean, that's a question. That is a question indeed. Thank you, good God, no, for the 5. But damn, I'm still trying to think of one. And hey, thank you to ZykerEX for becoming a member, dude. Appreciate it. I see it. I see it.
It's awful. And
welcome to the
really
him club, dude.
I'm him.
That's you.
I'm there with you. You know, it's not something that it's easy to talk about. It's something.
And look at this. I'm there with you, by the way.
Right? And then, you know, it's awful. And I really empathize because I'm there with you, you know.
I'm there with you. Fake piece of shit, man. I swear to God.
Fuck up! No, it's not something that it's easy to talk about. It's some people are embarrassed to talk about this kind of stuff publicly because they think I'm a weak person because I have it. That's not the truth either. And if anything, like I said, I hope that this segment helps people who...
You'd ask him about Derek?
maybe are alone and feel like they are. You're not. All right? And know that there's always people out there who care about you.
Did the hypothetical stipulate a single question? Yeah, it did. Any question you ask him, he will answer honestly. Oh, I guess it just any question.
And you will leave.
Oh, then you could ask him about everything.
If you were ever to leave this earth, you know, people will miss you. And even if you don't see it every day, and even if you're treated like shit every...
Look at this guy. Look at his eyes. He's about to cry. He's about to fake cry. Or I guess real cry. But it's just... He's not crying about the thing he's saying that, like, you think that he's crying about.
About you, and you will leave a gap if you were ever to leave this earth. You know, people will miss you. And even if you don't see it every day, and even if you're treated like shit every fucking day, right? There's a reason for you to exist, okay? Alright, guys. I guess I'm going to try for some shout-outs, although I did see some people were being incredibly disrespectful, which I knew was going to happen. What can you do about it, right? Let's see what people had to say about this, and then we'll end the show. Let's see here.
Do the clip where he says, if you were gone from this planet, if you disappeared, nobody would miss you. What if that guy you were talking to had depression? This motherfucker.
One on this planet, if you do nothing, you're the epitome of a waste of life. to try to take an out of context clip and say that I said something bad about depression when I fucking have it. Get fucked, really. No, really. Go fuck yourself. You're a loser. You have no power over anyone on this planet. If you disappeared today, no one would care. They're with you, you know, and it's awful. It's easy to talk about. It's some people are embarrassed to talk about this kind of stuff publicly because they think I'm a weak person because I have it. That's not the truth either. And if anything, like I said, I hope that this segment helps people who maybe are alone and feel like you're not, all right? And know that there's always people out there who care about you, and you will leave a gap if you were ever to leave this earth. You know, people will miss you. Something bad about depression when I fucking have it. Get fucked, really. No, really. Go fuck yourself. You're a loser. You have no power over anyone on this planet. If you disappeared today, no one would care. That's the truth of the matter. We'll leave a gap if you were ever to leave this earth. You know, people will miss you. If you disappeared today, no one would care. That's the truth of the matter.
Very cool. What a nice guy. What a very fun, positive streamer. You fucking bastard. You fucking asshole. You piece of shit, dude.
Your mouth drooling fucking retard. I shouldn't have said that.
Almost word for word, bar for bar, the same thing. Except one is crybaby mode and one is I'm Phil, I am angry mode.
Fuck.
That's the difference. This is great. Side by side.
Leave a gap if you were ever to leave this earth. You know, people will miss you. And even if you don't see it every day, and even if you're treated like shit every fucking day, right?
This is great side by side.
If you disappeared today, no one would care. That's the truth of the matter.
That's the truth of the matter.
There's a reason for you to exist.
What if that guy had depression, DSP? What if the guy you're yelling at had depression?
Okay.
All right.
All right, guys. I guess I'm going to try for some shout-outs, although I did see some people were being incredibly disrespectful,
Mario shirt
which I knew was going to happen.
His stupid fucking little Beatles Mario shirt.
So go make as many clips as you fucking want with your loser circle. Okay, so that's what I mean.
Stupid,
when all people do is they take the negative out of context, or they do whatever they can to make you look bad, that's what happens. So what they'll do is they'll take what I just said, that clip I just did, and they'll take it out of context. And they'll say, well, why did Phil say that? Oh, it doesn't matter why he said it, but here's what...
All right, why'd you say it, dumbass?
Doing this to derail the stream to try to distract...
Come on, bitch, why'd you say it?
Now, I'm playing ranked Street Fighter 6 with Honda.
Because of ranked Street Fighter 6.
They're trying to hit master.
And someone said they were depressed. And then DSP said, man, leveling up Zangief? That's the real depression. That's the context. Does that make it okay? Does that make it okay for you to tell someone to fucking off themselves? And no one would miss them.
What the fuck does that have to do with the stream? Nothing. It's a blatant attempt to derail the stream. You're not going to come to a Street Fighter 6 ranking stream to get advice on depression.
Why not? What if you're my favorite streamer and I'm going through a really tough time and I turn you on, pause, so that I can watch some fun, chill gameplay? What if I do that? What if that's what I'm doing? And then you tell me to go fucking kill myself. What? Huh? What? What? No fucking way.
You do about it, right?
You fucking
it's not going to happen. This person is obviously doing this to derail the stream to try to distract me. It's a very common tactic that people do, especially when I play Street Fighter. Let's try to bring up unrelated topics and controversy and dumb shit so that Phil can get his mind rattled and he fucks up. It happens all the time, okay? So how do I respond to it? I'll tell you how I respond to it with a joke. I'm not going to be serious about it. I said, I'm really sorry to hear you're not feeling good, right? Hopefully you feel a little better after you watch me play Street Fighter 6. Hey, at least you're not grinding in this game with Honda. Look how hard it is to get wins at this level with Honda. It's like a nightmare, and it would just make you feel worse, right? So it's a joke.
No. He left out a key part. He said, this is the real depression. referring to himself playing Zangief in Street Fighter.
Everyone watching the stream knows that, but these fucking morons will take a clip out of context and say, see, Phil is actually trying to give real advice on depression. What a horrible person. This is his take on depression. Hey, stupid, I have depression, you dumb fuck. I actually have it. I know what it feels like. Hey, stupid, I have 2 big bills due this week, all right? So if I know what it is, do you think I'm going to give bad advice about fucking depression? I didn't give the guy any advice. I made a joke about Street Fighter 6. You're a fucking idiot. Get fucked, you stupid loser who thinks you know anything about anything in real fucking life. You know nothing. You're the epitome of a waste of life to try to take an out of context clip and say that I said something bad about depression when I fucking have it. Get fucked, really. No, really. Go fuck yourself. You're a loser. You have no power over anyone on this planet. If you disappeared today, no one would care. That's the truth of the matter. So go make as many clips as you fucking want with your loser circle. Okay.
Holy fuck, dude. Okay, let's finish this up. We got like 5 minutes.
Let's see what people had to say about
Let's
this.
see what people have to say after I pretend to cry.
Let's see. Neo
fake
Perpetual
Fuck you.
T-Man 94 cheered and he said, "Thanks Phil for talking about this. There's
dude, I never dislike his videos, and the 2 clips we're watching today, I liked this one for some reason, and I disliked this one. I never do that. What the fuck? What are the odds of that?
About the topic, I have a lot of friends who have depression and anxiety, and I have issues in the past with this, but I overcame them. Some still struggle, and they're not able to overcome it. And that's true. You know, some people that you can find a way out of it. You know, at least me, I found a way to mitigate it, to deal with it when it happens. But I still do stupid shit. I still do stupid, destructive stuff. And you know, again, you shouldn't feel bad, and you shouldn't blame yourself.
Like that. There's that too that I didn't even consider. This dude self-admittedly is terrible at handling his depression, right? Just believe his reality for a second. He constantly fucks up. He's constantly mean to people. He's constantly yelling at people. He's constantly making stupid tweets and making fun of people. But then he feels like he still is an authority on telling you how to deal with your depression. Like, even if you want to believe his bullshit, even if you're in his reality, if you're in his world and you follow along with him, it still doesn't make any sense. It still doesn't fucking make any sense. Because you admit that you're terrible with it, and you don't know how to handle it, and you don't know what you're doing, and you constantly get angry at people. It kind of sounds like you shouldn't be telling anyone else what to do. Even if I fucking believed you, you lying piece of shit.
And you shouldn't have this ball of negativity because of it either. Anyway, thank you, Anonymosaurus Rex. He did a cheer. Jack Spartacus tipped me $3. Thank you, Jack. Black Mage C-Type cheered. And he said, your depression sounds like your detractors. How ironic is that? Seriously, people are so negative and toxic and horribly persistent. All they ever do is ride around on your back trying to put you down. That's depressing in and itself, but also quite inspiring, seeing as you continue to do what you do in spite of struggling with depression and essentially getting a double dose of it from a legion of folks who each are the living personification of depression. Pretty good observation.
Okay.
Neo Perpetual T-Man cheered again. He said, maybe...
Like, bro, what? Let me hear that again.
Detractors. How ironic is that? Seriously, people are so negative and toxic and horribly persistent. All they ever do is ride around on your back trying to put you down. That's depressing in and itself, but also quite inspiring, seeing as you continue to do what you do in spite of struggling with depression and essentially getting a double dose of it from a legion of folks who each are the living personification of depression. Pretty good observation. You fucking fake asshole. This dude was just sitting here a minute ago telling you, someone will miss you if you're gone. Someone's gonna miss you, you know, just swallow your feelings and deal with it like I do, because if you don't, you're not a victim like I am. And then he just makes fun of people. Like, that dude was shitting on people, saying that detractors are the personification of depression. Why aren't you defending them? What if detractors have depression, dude? What is wrong with you? How does he not see the fucking irony in that? You were just sitting here defending people with depression, and then you're agreeing with a guy who's basically making fun of people with depression. Or saying that trolls are the personification of depression, which, like, I don't even know how that applies. And you agree with it.
All right, dude. Whatever. We're done.
Neo Perpetual T-Man
I'll let him
again. He said
cook.
maybe
Fuck
part
it.
of the
We're
reason
done.
so many people actually try to hurt me is because they're feeling the same way about themselves. They see me being the successful guy, maybe,
He's
and they
like
feel bad
Jesus,
about themselves, so then they have to attack the guy. Maybe. Now, okay. Bulletproof did 100-bit cheer. He says, I find it sad that celebrities would take themselves from their kids. They have to live with that forever. You know what? You're right. That is very sad. It's a horrible situation because, trust me, when I say this, when someone feels that bad, okay, they're not doing it to hurt others. If they're to the point, I'm going to hurt myself physically. They're not doing it because they want to hurt others, but they're so much in turmoil and pain in their own head. They feel like the only way they can make it stop is to just end it completely. Okay, no amount of talking, no amount of drugs, nothing is going to solve that besides ending it all. And so to them, yeah, and they might even know, man, my kids are going to be affected by this and everything.
What?
But to them, there's nothing else they can do. They feel like that's their one desperate escape. And that's awful, It is. It's the absolute bottom. I've been there. I've been to the absolute... I feel that's probably the worst you can feel. Outside of being physically beaten to death and being tortured, that's probably mentally the worst state you can be in, to the point where that's it. I gotta end it, right?
Fuck you, dude.
And there's nothing logical about it. When you get to that point, there's no logical thought behind anything anymore. It's just feeling. It's pure emotion.
There's no logical thought, except you told us that you, with logic, decided not to end it all.
I had to do it to them.
You just told us this.
Now, Dents, if your parents ever unalive themselves, please put that inheritance into the form of a super chart.
Thank you, good God, no, for the 5. Yeah, time to circle it back. Like, bro, he told us that when he was at his lowest point, he used logic and reasoning to determine that if he did unalive, then his family, his friends, and other people around him would miss him.
#1 cult leader.
Exactly, Turtles game. Like, he just told us this, Turtle. He just told us this. And now he's saying there's nothing logical. But bro, you just told us you saved your own life by being logical. What?
That's probably mentally the worst state you can be in, to the point where that's it. I gotta end it, right?
Alright, whatever. He's like Jesus.
There's nothing logical about it. When you get to that point, there's no logical thought behind anything anymore. It's just feeling. It's pure emotion. I need to end the pain.
Okay.
Anonysaurus cheered again. He said, I hope the best for you, man. You deserve to be happy. Thank you, Anonysaurus. Brown is back cheered. He said, thank you for talking about this, Phil. As someone who has done stupid things in stream chat, I hope I can be a positive member of the community. Ostmink cheered. He says, the devil versus the angel on your shoulder. Yeah, the problem is I don't have an angel. I don't get an angel over here. I get just the devil right here. Anonysaurus.
Oh my God. I'm gonna punch my screen. I swear to God. Except I'm not, but I feel like
the devil versus the angel on your shoulder. Yeah, the problem is I don't have an angel. I don't get an angel over here.
I'm a victim. Look, I'm such a victim. I'm like just a really big victim. Look at me. I'm a victim. I'm a victim. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself.
Shut the fuck up!
I get the devil right here.
I get the
Anonysaurus cheered. He said, mad respect, man. It's sick that people want to tear you down, but you persevered. Thank you. Zach 005.
It's like I saw someone earlier. I'm sorry, I forgot your name, but it's like a theater kid. He's like a really shitty fucking theater kid in high school. He's so bad. He's so fucking fake. How anyone could believe this is beyond me. Yeah, you don't understand. I'm not just any normal victim. I'm an extreme victim. And that's why you should give me money.
6 to the cheers.
Exactly.
It's always good to talk about this stuff. Pot really helped me. All the best, Phil. Some people actually tell me that too. Not only just, there was medications, pills and stuff you could take, but some people say stuff like marijuana and stuff. You know what I mean? Some people it helps. Wolfie Plays tipped me $5. Says, still fairly new around here. Gotta say, though, after listening to that, you've earned my utmost respect. Fair play.
Auditioned for high
Thank
school.
You, Wolf. If anything, like I said, the purpose of this segment was to try to help people. Because I didn't have, in my life, I never had someone step up to me.
Oh yeah, he was in like a play of Grease at his school. He was literally a high school theater kid.
And say, I understand.
But he wasn't very good,
I have it too.
Apparently.
And here's what you can do, or I feel you. You're not alone. I never had that. I never had a single person tell me that. So for me, it was a lot of introspection and a lot of trying to get around it myself. And it was real tough, let me tell you. Aaron PC did 100-bit cheer. He said, at the beginning of this year, I suffered extreme anxiety and panic attacks every day. This is something I couldn't control. I'm just now getting back on my feet, and luckily with a good support system and wonderful girlfriend,
he was the tree.
I feel like myself again. Haven't taken a Xanax in a month. I know
Grease.
where you're coming from, and I support you. That is great news, and thanks for sharing that, Aaron. And Austin just cheered and said, Cat is your angel. She is.
Dude, I'm not shitting on theater kids. He was a bad theater kid. I was literally a theater kid.
I mean, real talk.
Can't you tell?
Not gonna make me tear up again.
What? Oh, hold the fuck up. He's crying. Hold up. Forget the theater kid talk. Hold on.
Thanks for sharing that, Aaron. And Austin Mink just cheers. The cat is your angel. She is. I mean, real talk. Not gonna make me tear up again. Having her in my life makes my life a hell of a lot better. It does, because, I was at a low point last year. If things didn't turn around, I don't know what would have happened. It was coming back. Real talk, it was coming back bad. It was coming back really bad for me with the negative stuff that happened to me last year. And she has been my saving grace, where she keeps me focused. She keeps me on the path to positivity. When something negative, again, pops up and happens and says it's going to fuck you over, she says, no, don't let that overtake your mind. You have to focus on the positive. You have to focus on being here with me. You have to focus on being here on the positivity when you get to stream.
This is what she says.
Look at this guy. He looks so depressed. Oh my god, I hate my job so much.
That makes me cringe. Ugh.
You have fun on stream and stuff.
Also, I need to bring this up. He literally just told us, literally, fucking literally. He told us, I don't have an angel. I don't have an angel on my shoulder because I'm a real victim. Someone needs to remind him that Cat exists.
Was an angel, now she's too big to fly.
Yeah, Crazy Poro. She used to be. Not anymore. She retired. She got 4th place and then retired. But also, dude, grazing. He just told, he needed to be reminded that Cat fucking exists in his life. And then it's funny too, because the thing that makes him cry isn't Cat being there. It's him thinking about the way he was feeling. If you pay attention here, he's crying because look at this pause. He's crying because he's thinking of 2017 when Panda left him and how shitty he felt. He cries when he thinks about the way he felt, not because Cat's there.
As your angel. She is. I mean, real talk.
Yeah, you reminded me that my soulmate is in the fucking house with me. Thanks for reminding me.
Not gonna make me tear up again. Having her in my life makes my life a hell of a lot better. It does, because, I was at a low point last year. If things didn't turn around, I don't know what would have happened. It was coming back. Real talk, it was coming back bad. It was coming back really bad for me with the negative stuff that happened to me last year. And she has been my saving grace, where she keeps me focused. She keeps me on the path to positivity. When something negative, again, pops up and happens and says it's going to fuck you over, she says, no, don't let that overtake your mind. You have to focus on the positive. You have to focus on being here with me. You have to focus on being here on the positivity when you get to stream and you have fun on stream and stuff.
Look at this guy. He looks so depressed.
And having that positivity and having that support means the world, and it changes things. It does. And it doesn't have to be a significant other. Like I said, it could be a friend, it could be a relative, it could be a family member.
Oh my god, I hate my job so much.
If that person could be the person to pull you out, that's what you really need, All right, guys. I think that's enough for me.
Gone in an instant. This is how crying works, you see? You see, when you start crying, you get really emotional. You can kind of just turn it on, and then you can kind of just turn it off. Because that's how crying works. That's how it works when you're really sad. When you're truly feeling emotion.
That's what you really need, All right, guys. I think that's enough for me. You don't want to see me, crying like a fucking baby here.
Look at this guy. He looks so depressed.
Yeah, exactly, Asian entrepreneur. Who's
Jesus,
cutting onions?
So
Did
loud.
someone just start cutting onions in my house? I think someone's cutting onions downstairs.
It's hurting my ears. Ow.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Final cheers from a couple people.
It's because he leans into his mic, and I gotta adjust the volume
here,
when he does that.
Your Perpetual Man says, maybe others feel that they only have a devil on their shoulder and forget that the fact that they are their own angel. That got very deep. Gibby Pants, excuse me. Sorry, I'm tearing up. I can't even read. He cheered and said, you always...
Just listen to this one more time. I won't say anything.
Gibby Pats, excuse me. Sorry, I'm tearing up. I can't even read. He cheered and said, you always have our support, DSP. Thank you very much, Gibby. And a big bumbling black man cheered. He says, you got a good woman, Phil. Don't lose her. I don't intend to. All right, guys. Thank you very much. It's been a great podcast. What a bunch of crazy...
oh, boy.
What a bunch of crazy topics we talked about today. A wide variety of topics. I hope you enjoyed. I told you it was going to be our longest podcast ever. I've been broadcasting since 10:15 a.m. It's now 4 p.m. and I'm ending the podcast. So thank you guys very much.
The stream went way longer than
watching.
I thought.
Whether you watched on demand,
God damn,
on YouTube, on the King Hay Vlogs, whether you watched live on stream today, on Twitch, no matter how it is, that you did watch. Thank you very much. And I hope that you, no matter what segment you watched, I hope you got something out of the show. All right. And Mark McCauley did a final cheer. He said, bye, Phil. God bless you. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time, whenever the next podcast may be. And that's it for Hate Live. This is Darkside Phil signing off. I hope you enjoyed the show. And I'll see you next time. Peace out, everybody.
Great. Peace out, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed this fucking lying sack of shit. Turning on the crying and then turning it off instantly. Needing to be fucking reminded that his wife lives with him. You fake piece of shit, man. What the... like... Again, how is he okay with this? How is he okay with being who he is? And doing this? And it's just... the only explanation is that he actually thinks he has depression. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. And speaking of depression, man. Hey, guys, thank you so much. Speaking of depression. Oh, boy. Hey, guys. Well, hey, that's the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. I really enjoy doing these, like, back in time things. Hey, I just wanted to say thank you for the likes. If you liked the stream, thank you. The super chats. Just you being in the chat, man. It's so fun with you guys. It's great. I'm hoping to do some exciting stuff coming up. But man, this dude is such a fake asshole, man. It's crazy. And I really hope Cat... like, this clip is perfect.
Look at this guy. He looks so depressed. Oh my god, I hate my job so much.
I love that it's applicable anywhere, especially today. That's great. Big ups, guys. Hey, thank you, MF YouTube watcher, Tiju, Intelligent Counterspell, Excalibur. Hey, no problem, dude. Intelligent. Wally Wonka, love the name. Velerin, 0207Z. Big uppers indeed. SD, 1593. Penitent, of course, awesome. Legend, dude. What was that noise?
What was that noise?
Grazing Poro. Hey guys, thank you so much. G-Ferg, Toxics. Shin Hideo, YouTube account. Gelatinous Biscuit. Zykary X.
Thanks for the stream.
With the
hands.
the 5 pounds and the folded hands, dude. Thank you so much. No, thank you, dude.
I'm him.
That's you.
I've been him.
That's all you guys.
I will continue to be him.
That's you guys, man. Hey, well, thank you so much. That's it. That's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll play you off. Thank you. Really. Thank you. Okay, that's me. See you guys. Have fun.
I don't want to improve.
Huh?
I don't want to improve my stream. I shake the earth when I move.
Fall down.
I shake the earth when I move. I don't want to improve. I don't want to improve.
Look at this guy. He looks so depressed.
Uh-oh. What was that noise? What was that noise?
The Liquid Richard albums that come out just recently, they take lyrics or words that I've said throughout a stream and they edit them together to make a whole complete new sentence. That's how he makes his fucking albums. He steals a beat, puts them together into an ensemble.
He just steals content, makes money off of it.
That's how he makes his fucking albums. He steals a beat, puts them together into an ensemble.
Fuck that nigga.